future and life. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh,
I see you, Logo. Good evening.
Inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside.
Dave Office, I see you.
Inside, inside.
Ambassador, I see you. Adeomo, I see you. Katie Buddy, I see you. I hope you are good. Happy Thursday, everyone. Nina Brown, you are welcome. I see.
Let the light that's within me shine. Standing and love.
Tony Cool, I see you. Happy Thursday. I hope you are good.
Inside, yeah. Inside,
Please help share this live. As you say, help share this live. Divine Power, I see
make you
you.
feel alright.
I hope we are keeping well. Ellen Juice, I see you. Thank you so much for joining.
The promise, the
Happy
future
Thursday.
and life. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world.
Stan, I see you.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and
I hope we are keeping well.
love.
Lady B, good evening. Don't worry, I'm just waiting for everyone to join me. I'm going to reduce this. Lady B, I hope you are good. Happy Thursday to you.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Good evening, everybody. Well, it's evening here in the UK. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whatever time of life you guys are in, I say welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Today, the day the Lord has made, indeed, I'm gonna rejoice and be glad in it. I hope we are good. I can't believe the first week in September, come Sunday, is gone. I hope we're doing great in this new month. I hope it's treating us fine as well. Well, I pray that the Lord will grant all our heart's desire according to his will for us in the name of Jesus. Because I know this is the 9th month. Everybody's like, some people are thinking, where has January gone? February, all those months in between. And it's like probably feeling like a standstill, or you feel stagnant, whatever it may be. But just know that, you know what? Within a twinkle of an eye, a lot can happen to us. As long as you have faith and you believe positive things will happen to you. So maybe I should say, keep your fingers crossed and do not lose hope. Do not lose hope, because there are a lot of things happening in the world around us today. Some might even feel, what's the need, but then there is a need. We have to keep hope alive. Adegbinga, good evening. I see you. You are welcome. Please help share this live as you're joining in. I'm going to give my talk shortly. Good evening, sir. I hope your day has been good. Thank you for the heart to me. Mary Kate, I see you. Please help share this live as you're joining so that other people can be part of our discussion today. On Thursday here on Insight with FunmiRoyal, we talk about marriage topics, marriage relationship issues, topics couples tend to shy away from or somewhat difficult to actually sit and talk about. I say, dear we here on Insight, to sit and talk about it. Let us reason together so that we can keep enjoying the goodness of marriage as God planned for it to be. However, our topic today is somewhat sensitive, is somewhat controversial, is somewhat, I don't even know what other, adjective to qualify it, but it's a very crucial topic that, if not well managed, can actually break up marriages. A lot of marriages are broken. Some couples are divorced. And if you ask them, they will tell you, oh, our finances is just like a mountain that never ceases to go low. And they struggled over the years. It became a very big issue to the point that both parties have just about had it, and they decide to go their separate ways. So this topic is very sensitive, is very crucial, and let us talk about these things so that we don't keep destroying our marriages, because a lot goes into it. It's not just about the husband now, it's not just about the wife, it's about husband and wife coming together and sorting their finances so that it doesn't break up their marriage. I mean, that's not God's plan. God did not plan that. As he was creating that marriage institution, let money come and be a hindrance, or let money come and put asunder. Say what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. But sometimes it's not just man putting asunder. It could be money. It could be King of Kings. I see you. Thanks for the follow. Let me just see if I can follow you right back. Thank you for the follow. I hope you are good. So there we talk about marriage and finance here on Insight tonight. Yes, once again, I say welcome. If you want to take notes, and I always say this, I don't have all the answers, but I'm here. It's a charge, it's a command. I'm here to sit us down, let us talk about these things before it will break up our marriages, or before it will start affecting our marriages. I know some couples have been married for years and years and years and years, but this financial aspect of their marriage, they never see eye to eye with it. And if care is not taken, it's going to overshadow other aspects of their marriage, and it may actually lead to divorce or separation. Like I say, this is not God's plan for marriage institution that he created. So let us talk about these things before it becomes a big issue, or before it becomes something that will drive both husband and wife apart. Let us dare ourselves and talk about this. Let's reason together, and not just reason together. The moment we get the message, the plan is that for us to Unlearn, relearn the right way, the positive way, and then make changes. Do not be too proud to make changes. Better late than never, because marriage is meant to be for life or till death do you part. A lot of people are still alive, thriving. Some people are 50 years in their marriage, some are just 5 years, and some just tied a knot last week. However, finances will always come up, because this is one of the key element factor that kind of holds marriage together as well, at least in our world today. So I'm going to go into my talk, and as you're listening, please take note. I may miss out one or two bits, I can't cover it all. That's where you come in, and let us discuss some more. Let us reason together. Please help share this live. I say, if you click down on your screen for about 3 seconds, just click and hold down. Some names will pop up on your screen. Just click send to everyone. Leslie, I see you. Good evening. Happy Thursday to you all as you're joining. And in case you're not here on Monday, happy September to you. So I'm going to go into my talk. Thank you, Leslie. Thanks for being hard to me. And try to expand it some more so that at least we can get the essence of this topic today. We're talking marriage and finance. Marriage and finance. I bet some people will be laughing there already. I know. It's not a funny matter, people. Hey, like I said, these things are breaking up homes. So let us do the needful before we get to that. We won't even get there by the grace of God. Amen. Amen. Good evening, Leslie. I hope you are good. So one of the most sensitive but crucial areas in marriage is money. You cannot just talk about it. You have to keep talking about it. Even when you resolve money problem, there's another money problem to still talk about. For some couples, finance is a source of strength. Finance is hot topic. Well, we shall see how hot it is. We shall see. Finance is a source of strength, while for other people it has become a seed of conflict. And that's just the truth, except we're in denial. Beverly Hills, I see you. Yeah, I hope you're gonna stay for our talk today and the discussion part. So please help share this live to all your friends. As you tap, others will get attracted to this platform. Mr. T said wisdom is the key for a successful marriage, not which is vanity according to the Bible. Yes, but whilst we're here on earth, Mr. T, we spend money. Okay, we cannot be in denial. I want to make heaven. They say all is vanity, everything, all is vanity. That is vanity or vanity upon vanity. I get it. But you cannot be in denial of the fact that finances contribute to having a solid marriage relationship. It's not just the only aspect, but it is part of it. And we here, we keep it simple and real. If I say, no, let's not talk about money, we're good, we're fine, no, I will be kidding us. And as the Lord has provided me this topic, that's why we're here to talk about it today. We need wisdom in all that we do, not just in terms of money alone. We need wisdom to understand, wisdom to tolerate, wisdom to love, wisdom to do a lot of things, to submit, wisdom to, persevere, wisdom to be resilient, a whole bunch of things. But like I said, we're not in denial. So finance is a source of strength, while for others it has become a seed of conflict, and that's just the truth. Studies also have shown that financial disagreements are among the leading causes of marital breakdown. Mr. T, if everybody was heavenly conscious, we will not allow money to affect our relationship, our marriage relationship. But you and I know that whether you talk about money or you don't talk about it, it is a big deal. So hence, let's talk about it so it doesn't affect our relationship. That's why we're here. So why does it cause marital breakdown? Because money is more than currency. It's just more than the pounds, the euro, the dollars, whatever you spend. It represents a value, priorities, trust, security. Therefore, how a couple handles money, it speaks a big volume about the health of their relationship. Mr. T, if you go online and just search on Google, how many marriages have broken down because of finances, you will get some answers. Maybe you come and report back to us. The Bible does not deny or ignore financial responsibilities and accountability. Thank you, Leslie, for that response. And we all know Amos 3:3, popular verse in the Bible, says, "Can two walk together unless they are agreed?" It doesn't specify anything. But in terms of husband and wife, can they work together in terms of finances? Can they work together in terms of parenting? Can they work together in terms of love? Can they, in terms of every aspect of marriage? In terms of every aspect of marriage. And we cannot sit here and begin to debate. There's so many aspects of the Bible that some bits you need God's wisdom to fully understand. Some bit is not spelled out outrightly. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. All the nitty-gritty of a marriage relationship, all that it requires is not written in there. It just says a man will leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. In that particular passage, did he talk about money? No. Did he talk about infidelity? No. Did he talk about immorality? Did he talk about... No. But wisdom is profitable to direct, just like we're saying. May God give us that wisdom. And as we're treating marriage today, like I always say, I cannot deviate from the Bible. So I get a lot of references from the Bible. So let's look at a biblical perspective on money in marriage. Like I say, the Bible talks about quite a number of things as well. In as much as there's certain things that you will not find in there, there's certain aspect that is there that a lot of us are even denying. The one that has been given to us, we're not even following. Fruit of the Spirit, for example, love, peace, joy, patience, kindness, gentleness, all of that. Are we even exhibiting that? Let's not even go too deep. So, hey, Mr. T, I hope you will not touch a nerve here. But all the same, we're good. I mean, we're free to air our views. So let's look at biblical perspective on money in marriage. First, how do you see money? As a believer, as a child of God, you're in this world, you're not of this world. I get it, but how do you see money? First, I'm going to talk about stewardship, not ownership. Because it comes to you today and it goes tomorrow. So who says you're the owner of money? You think you have money today? Be careful. You're just a stewardship person. You're just a keeper. Let me put it that way. All resources belong to God. Couples are managers, not owners. Because if we don't understand certain perspective about money, especially, we get it wrong. And that's why we allow the love of money to rule us. And then pride comes, ego comes, selfishness comes, and all of those things. But that is not God's plan for us in marriage. The earth is the Lord's and all its fullness. Psalm 24 verse 1 says. And again, when we're looking at biblical perspective on money in marriage, we'll talk about oneness includes finances. Marriage is about becoming one flesh. Genesis 2:24. You can read that on your own time. Financial unity should reflect that oneness as well. Mine and yours. It becomes ours. I hear this phrase, they joke about it a lot. Husband and wife, they say husband's money is our money, wife's money is her money, or my money, or whatever they say. I say, whoever invented that, if it was meant to be a joke, I see a lot of people in the society are taking to this. You say, oh, the husband's money is all of our money, but the money the wife is making is hers alone. Says who? How does that equate oneness? Let us be mindful of the norms in the society that we're bringing on board into our marriages, because it may not just help us, rather it will do more harm. So we need to be careful of certain societal quotes. Be mindful. Again, avoiding greed and materialism. In there, a man will leave his father and mother, cleave to his wife. They two shall become one. Did he talk about materialism? No. Are we experiencing materialism in marriage? Yes. Did he talk about greed? No. Are we experiencing greed in marriage? Yes. So, let's talk about these things. Even God said, let us reason together. So here on Inside, let us reason together. For the love of money, mind you, it says the love of money. It didn't say for money is a root of all kinds of evil. The love of it. How you see money determines what happens in your marriage. Adegbenga, hey, this is your right back. I'm scared though. I hope you will be right back indeed. So if you read 1 Timothy 6:10, it says, for the love of money, love, emphasis on love, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. I think Solomon, he had money, he had wealth, he had riches, he had what is it called, he had everything, like, but what did he say? Vanity upon vanity, because he's been there, done that. And he could tell us categorically that, look, if you love money too much, it might just ruin your marriage if care is not taken. And mind you, like we said, two are meant to become one. If you say once upon a time you're a single man, a bachelor, living your life, running your money, your finances how you want, yeah, no worries, it's good. But I always say this, if you're not ready to put into that marriage relationship what it requires, please, I beg you in the name of God, do not waste another person's life by asking them to come into marriage with you and you are not ready to put the work it requires. I have married you, therefore you are me, I am you. Okay, good. But my money is my money, your money is your money. We don't joke with money. This is our marriage. Don't let us joke. We don't talk money here. Manage your money, I manage my money. It doesn't work like that. But you find out that some homes, perhaps, because no marriage is the same, it might just work for them. Keep your money, I keep my money. This bill will split bills, whoever will sort bills, maybe the mortgage or whatever will split and all. It may work for them. But, mind you, those two would have sat down and talked about it. And they've agreed. Can two work together except they agree? So I get it that, or maybe most of the things I'll be saying to them, I say, it might not work for us, it might not. Yeah, but what if it will work for you? What is even working for you at the moment? Are you in agreement in terms of finances with your spouse? Can you boldly say, we are good, solid, 100%? If not, time to reflect. Time to really, really self-reflect and collectively reflect. How is money affecting us in this marriage? Are we on board together where our finances are concerned? Or we've just we're used to everybody just do your thing, I do my thing. How far has it gotten us? Because sometimes it might be working, but you might find out that you're neglecting what can even work best for both of you in that relationship. So remember the love of money, meaning what you do with that money. Because if I put a bundle of money on my table here and nobody touches it for the next 10 years, that money will be there. Because the paper will not even wither to start with. That money will be there. But the moment somebody comes and takes it to go and do something, it's gone. They take it to do this, it is gone. So how you love it, you can take that bunch of money and go, flange, or as a slang they say, you go and live life and do whatever, and all of that. And the same money, you can use it to bless others. If you don't know what you want to do with it, keep it in your account, let it keep generating interest or whatever. But what do you do with the money? Some people, they love money so much in their marriage at the detriment of the care and support they're supposed to give their spouse. So we need to talk about these things because, like I said, it's one of the major reasons why marriages are breaking up. Let us talk about these things so we don't keep suffering. People, I don't know what English again I can say. Anyways, we're going to look at some common financial challenges in marriage, because these are things we need to talk about. What are the challenges we're facing in terms of finances in our marriage? The first challenge is lack of transparency. Like I said, you keep secret bank accounts, hidden debts, or unspoken financial commitments. It will erode the trust you have for one another. I don't know which forum I was one time, and this couple, I think they've just been married about 6 to 8 months or so, and it was like a kind of group talk or group discussion, husbands and wife present, and the wife was so furious that when I met him, he had good job, of course he still has his job and all of that, but he didn't tell me the level of debt on him. He didn't tell me nothing until way into the marriage. And I said, oh, by the way, so maybe she saw some letter and then the amount was huge and scary. And then she was wondering, as a young bachelor, what on earth did he do with money? How come he didn't say all of this to me? I thought he was okay, And imagine That's just 6 months into their marriage. Imagine where this couple will go from then on. It will bring problem. It will erode the trust they have for one another. So guys out there, you're courting now, excuse me, you're dating each other. Do you talk about money matters? Or you're waiting, oh, we're fine, at least they've got good job, I've got good job. Hey, these are things you need to find out. I mean, sometimes they can lie to you, but at least it's on you to know, to ask them their finances, especially when they put a ring on it. You're waiting for the wedding day. There's certain things you cannot shy away from asking or talking about. It's for your good. And I always say a broken engagement, a broken engagement is way better than a broken marriage. I'm telling you, God will give us understanding. Again, different spending habits can be a challenge when you talk about finances in marriage. One partner may be a saver and the other partner a spender. I've given a couple of examples here before, of a couple, they decide to come have a joint account, and they say they'll be putting certain amounts individually every single month, and they will review from time to time. So this couple opened the account, everybody signed, everybody have access to it. Thank God for online banking, But the wife, he was just trusting and believes they're good with money. And then let's say, for example, they decide to be putting £50 every month. So every month there should be £100 in the account, at least for a starter. And this woman was just faithful, committed, and excited about this, and trusting that, the husband too was doing the same thing, and they were putting the money. And then one day she just decided, this money we've been gathering, say for example, it was 6 months, help me do the math, 100 times 6, that there should be £600 in that joint account. And this woman was just playing, the way you just play, let me even check our account and see our money. And then she logged in. I think she must have logged back out to say, no, it must be the wrong account. And she logged back in. And to her surprise, the £600 that was meant to be in there, she only saw like £3 and some pence. This woman's head, imagine, what's going on here? She could not hold the shock. She went straight to the husband. Honey, sorry, have you mistaken? There should be about £600 in our joint account. I only saw £3 something there. And the man just casually, people, I don't know how casual I can be. Casually just, sorry dear, I borrowed it, I'll put it back later. And this woman, imagine there's an explosion. Imagine the roof bomb like that. She was like, was that the arrangement or was that the agreement? Why would you, even the one you are supposed to put in there, I did not see nothing. The one I'm putting in there, you even spent it. Imagine if that were to be you right now. How would you feel? Susan, I see you, 8:13, good evening. How would you feel? Different spending habit. And then some spouses are just like a disca. As long as money is there, it's meant for spending. They just spend it and shake our hands off and that's it. But when it comes to two people in a relationship, when we're talking marriage, things like that, it's a no-no. It's a no-no. Fine, you want to spend it for whatever. You talked about this thing before you opened the account, before you agreed to start putting a certain amount. Why can't you talk with your spouse before you go dip your hand into it? It shows lack of respect as far as I'm concerned. It shows lack of integrity. It shows a bunch of things, lack of trust. There is no how this woman, she will not lose some ounce of trust for the husband. So that's why the value and characteristics of trust is connected to financial management. Well, in that regard, it's connected to a lot of things in marriage. Marriage, honestly, is a beautiful thing God created. At least from the inside He's giving me, I can see. And my heart bleeds when I hear certain things. I'm like, no. If you do this to each other, how do you intend to survive in this marriage? It's hard. It's painful. And then you wonder what's going on for your partner. Like, they don't even regard the integrity, It takes a lot of hard work to build trust and integrity in someone. And the moment you break it for whatever slight thing, it will be so hard to rebuild. And some people just break it casually, like, like seriously. God, I don't want to get emotional, but anyways, God helping us. So that is a challenge marriage can go through in terms of finances, different spending habits. One cares, one saves, one does not. One is a spender, one is a saver. That will be a big problem. Another one is debt mismanagement, which I've mentioned briefly. Over reliance on credit or loans create long-term stresses. I remembered one time I was in a store, and this person on the queue was trying to pay for whatever groceries they bought, and then they opened their purse, and there was loads of credit cards. And I was shocked for this person. I was frightened for them, because I'm like, all these credit cards, did they realize they're going to pay this money back? And then they removed one and tapped. The thing wasn't like it didn't go through. They just put it in and brought another one and just tapped. And that one, almost about 4. I'm like, see, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Who will do this to themselves? Yes, we have people like that. Over reliance on credit. You know what? Sometimes, do you know how many what is it called? Letters I get through the post, they will even put a dummy credit card there. Oh, you are pre-approved or something. Like, if you're gonna be jubilating and go and approve or apply, they will give it to you. But when you spend the money, it's not just the money, you're going to pay interest and all that. So I will be wise, and don't just go and put your family into unnecessary loan, unnecessary credit, unnecessary and long-term stress is what you're asking for. Say, I really love this discussion, but my network is unstable. Hey Jojo, maybe you should look for a spot where the thing will be stable. I don't know what to say now, but thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate your being here. Again, unrealistic expectations, pressure to keep up appearances often strain couples financially. You're competing with people they don't even know you exist. You come today, you see that they're wearing designer Gucci. I'm not advertising, by the ways. They're wearing, please tell me, all these designers, none of my own cup of tea. Chanel, which other, what is it there again? Designer thing. You know those designer things you people wear. Anyways, if you give me, I'll collect. But no, I wouldn't have sleepless nights over it. Unrealistic expectations. You know how much you're earning. You know what bills are going out. And yet you want to buy that Chanel bag. 1,500, 2,000 pounds. That is almost enough to pay your mortgage for the month, and then you go and buy it, and then you carry the thing, small thing like that, you carry it like that, you'll be dangling, and then nobody dare touch it. Hey, watch my bag, did you not see my bag? Hey, see how misery, all is vanity. That is vanity. Why would I lose my peace because of Gucci? Something that I cannot put somewhere and just, put there, and my heart will be, beating fast because of, I don't like I love my peace, Hence the term trust fund, trust deeds, revocable trust, etc. How many marriages do practice this one? How many marriages do have this one? You're talking about 1 in a million, Leslie. But then, I get you. So, if your spouse is the one, that they want the latest car every season, they want the latest this, the latest dress, they will put you in trouble. Finances, hey, you better be on top of your finances. Otherwise, the pressure to keep up appearances often strains couples financially. And whether it's even worse when it's husband and wife chasing after all these unrealistic expectations. Husband wants, what do men wear now? God knows. Kevin Klein, perfume, and all the latest stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I'm not against it, don't get me wrong, but what does your finance say in your marriage? Can your finance accommodate such luxury? Or you're just straining. The money you're supposed to use grocery to feed your family is what you're using to buy Chanel bag. You're using to buy the latest whatever gadgets and things like that. Say couples need to pray and discuss finances regularly, talk about money even once a month. But would they do that? That's the problem. And then they leave things months and months turn to years, and then you just find out that what on earth is going on with our finances. And by the time they realize there is fire on the mountain. Susan, thank you for the likes. So thank you so much, sis. Please help share the live as well, please. So that, we'll talk about this money palaver. Hey. Again, another challenge I mentioned, the last one, is unequal contributions. Remember I said the husband's money is our money, the wife's money is her money. Yet they want to be equal partners. They want to, where other bits are concerned, you want to eat your cake and still have it. My dear husband, my dear wife, please sit down, let us talk and reason together. Unequal contributions, if not handled wisely, differences in income can cause pride, it can cause resentment or feelings of inadequacy. It could even be that the wife is earning more. It could be that the husband is earning more. But let us be fair to one another. The person earning the lowest, you're telling them to be paying this huge mortgage by themselves, and you sort the minor, major, whatever bills, and they're drowning, they're almost having to borrow money to keep up with the mortgage. Is that fair? That is not balanced at all. There's a way you can sit down, and if you can't handle it, there are people called professional accountants. You can use their service, avail of their service to help you, and they can put you through one or two things so that you go back, and from then on start handling your finances yourself, and nobody is drowning in payments or repayments and things like that. We need to really, really talk about these things. Some people, it's caused depression because of finances. Imagine depression, anxiety, mental health problems because of lack of management of money. So anyway, those are a few challenges. There's so many other challenges, but for time I'll leave it there. Let's look at principles for healthy financial management in marriage. I'm not an accountant, you guys know. I'm an integrative counselor. But this is a topic that, as long as you're in marriage in this present day generation, you need to talk about money. Okay? I just hope that the accountants in the house or financial managers in the house will come and enlighten us some more today, if we have any of such here. But I will give my general talk about this and let us reason together still. So, principles for healthy financial management in marriage. 1, transparency and honesty. Share your full financial situation, your incomes, your debts, savings, even before you go into that marriage. Let your spouse know what they're entering into with you. Secrets in money equals cracks in trust. And the moment that trust is broken, you will work harder even, to building that trust back. Lagos, I see you, and you don't want to do that. Dave Ola, you're welcome. I see you. Eve's Glam, you are welcome. So let us talk about this thing transparently and honestly with ourselves. Your income, this is debt I have. This is the savings I've managed to over the years and all of that. Together, sit and talk about this. Put heads together. Oneness in one flesh, one money account, one everything. God will give us wisdom. Again, another principle for healthy financial management is shared goals and priorities. Decide things together. Family budget, savings plans, investment. Once upon a time, you're a spinster, you were a bachelor, you do these things by yourself. The moment you come together as husband and wife, you need to lay this bare on the table. You need to share your goals, your financial goals with one another. Otherwise, assumptions kills. Assumption will not build any unity between the two of you. Just imagine, they're saving, I know they're saving. Or they have a savings plan, and I'm sure they have one or two investments. You sit down and be guessing. Joy, I see you. Sit down and be guessing. And then enter marriage, say, so your savings plan, your investments, how far are they? Say, what on earth are you talking about? I don't have any savings plan. I don't have any investment. You not be like, but I just thought you thought. How can you assume such a thing all by yourself, for yourself, with yourself? You're asking for trouble. So, as you're in it now, you need to come together, decide together, your family budget, your savings, your plans, your investment, and all of that. Align spending with shared values, e.g., children's education, your home, being generous to others. These are things you need to share together. You need to prioritize together, not one person on behalf of the other person, because there will be fire on the mountain eventually. Again, budgeting and discipline. Budgeting and discipline. Practical stewardship means planning. The example I gave, the woman was all in. The man too gave the impression he was all in. We'll be putting this amount, X amount every month. And at the end of 6 months, there was nothing in that account. Even the one she was putting into the account, the man was spending. Was that part of the plan? No. He took it up. Oh, I'm the man. Or I wonder what was going on in his head. Oh, I'm the man of this house. I have a right to do and undo, or what. I don't understand. Because I want to believe if it was a woman that has spent the money, the man, would he become like that and say, don't worry, honey, I'll put it back. And the man will say, okay, I hear you. Hey, I wonder who the referee will be for that bout. Anyways, I'll read book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 28. It says, for which of you, intending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it or not? You know, it's just talking about planning, budgeting, and being disciplined as well. Because you may sit down and plan together. This is what you're doing in the next 1 year. Okay, we're going to save such an amount. By the end of the 2nd year, we want to purchase this or want to acquire this. And you sit down, you agree together, and everybody, all hands on deck, contributing. And then at the end of the year or the 2 years, you come together. In fact, we have even saved more than, so we have the capital we need for this investment or whatever it may be. And you talk about it. So what do we do with the excess? Let's save it there. Agree together. It's as simple as that. But when one party is trusting, the other is not, when one is a saver and the other is a spender, there will be problem at the end of the 2 years. So let us be mindful, because like I said, this financial situation can actually break up a marriage. It can. I don't even want to go into stories. The other one I'm going to talk about is balance of roles. Finances should not be a power struggle. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. Even if one earns more, both must have a voice in decision. Don't say you're earning peanuts. What on earth are you talking about? When it comes to financial decisions, you don't say nothing, my dear. You know, you're even politely rude. My dear, no, you just be quiet. You know, I'll handle this. It could be the man, it could be the woman, so don't get me wrong. But it's a joint thing. If you're earning 60% and your spouse is earning 40%, it doesn't matter. Everybody's equal in that marriage. And you need to be fair to one another. You cannot ask them to carry a burden more than their financial capacity. This will bring issues. So sit down, let them have a say. For the fact that you're earning 60% does not mean you need to decide all of the financial decision. No. I don't know how else I can express that. Sit together and talk about things. Even if it's peanut they're going to bring to the table, let them show that you appreciate the peanuts they're bringing to the table. Because some people earn that peanuts and you will not even see the daylight of it. So let's be mindful how we treat one another, because of finances is very important. Again, contentment and generosity. Contentment reduces unnecessary stress. You're happy with what you're earning, you're planning it well, and you're managing it well, you will be contented. At the example I gave of people chasing this designer car, designer gadgets all the time, stress is what they're looking for in the long run. I remembered, I think it was Nigerian comedy, or it was a video of this guy. He drove to his friend's house in his I don't know, Lord will help me with all these things, you know, some classic car like that. And then he went to his friends and said, oh boy, I've not eaten since morning. I beg, you know what, even my rent is due. You know, started listing all the things he needed money to do. And the friend was just looking. He waited for him to land. He said, oh boy, do you want to sell your car? He said, what do you mean? My car? You know I don't joke with my car. I said, you're never ready to pay house rent. You are not ready to pay house rent. Because our car, he will sell the car, yeah, pay all of his debt, and still have extra to buy a reasonable car that will take him to and fro. I mean, not just anyhow car. You can still buy a solid car, but you know when your taste is high, you can't go low. Let me do the. I can't go low. I can't be seen in that. A whole me? No, I can't. I can't do that, Maddie. You know, pride goes before you fall. By the time the landlord chases this person out, maybe they'll be sleeping in their luxurious car. Who knows? So making lots of money does not equate to financial management skills. They're two different things, though. They don't even meet at all, Leslie, at all. So, contentment will reduce unnecessary stress. You're asking somebody to come and give you 5 million and you're riding a car of 100 million. Is something the matter with your head? Talk sense to yourself. I'll carry on anyways. Let me not say what I'm about to say. Again, giving in terms of tithing, charity, helping others unites the couple spiritually and emotionally. Even at that, still decide, oh, is this person's 50th birthday? What do you think we should get for this person? And it depends on your relationship with your spouse. Maybe things like that, your spouse might just leave you to handle it, at least because they know you'll be moderate in your giving, but it's not going to cause any conflict at home. You want to help a friend, you want to help someone, then yeah, it's worth mentioning. But sometimes spouses trust each other enough to handle all these little bits. Your tithing, giving to charity, helping others, and this kind of bonds couple as well, when they can decide how much you're giving this person, how much you're helping this person with, and things like that. It kind of bonds them together and they know that they're on the same financial spending page. Again, preparing for the future. Okay, couples should plan for emergencies. Some of us, some economy we find ourselves is like it is so extremely hard to save a penny. As you're saving it, one bill is calling for it. As you're saving it, something else is calling for it. So it seems so but then where there's a will, there's a way. There is always a way. So you should plan for your emergencies, retirement, and children's need rather than living only for the present. As the money comes, we get that latest car, we get the latest this, and then we're okay. And then there's no more money in the account, and they're okay with that. I don't know. Probably some are like that. I don't know. But it's a good way to live. I'm not too sure. So let's look at dangers of poor money management in marriage. Hence, while we're here talking about this, marriage and finance. So the first thing is constant conflict and tension. Mr. T, I hope you're still there. And let us reason together, like I said. Financial mismanagement often leads to frequent arguments and stress. And these things, you cannot deny it. It will always be there. How you now manage that is now left for both of you. Couples may start blaming each other for debts, for overspending, or lack of savings. It's you, it's your fault. I said this, you said that, we did it, Proverbs 17:1 says, better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. You both have made the, I will not even say it's the husband, it's the wife. It's both of you. Because when you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And this planning is not one person that is married to themselves. They're married to each other. And both of you cannot sit down and talk about these things. Debts, overspending, lack of savings, and all of that. It's on you too. It takes two to tango. It's on you too. Again, another danger, poor money management, is broken trust and secrecy. Hidden debts, like I said before, you don't mention secret accounts or unspoken purchases. It will create suspicion. One spouse is assuming, I know how much my spouse is earning, and yet, all these things they are buying, how could they afford it? And assumptions, they're always negative, like I always say here. You'll be assuming they must be having an affair. Or somebody's there. You just be assuming all sorts. May you not give yourself hypertension instead of sitting down and talking, my dear. I know how much you're earning, and I see all these things you're buying. How are you able to afford it? I'm doing a thrift collection, or what? Let them explain themselves rather than you sit and be assuming all sorts. Because that's using conflicts to manage conflicts is never gonna work. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for the likes. A13, thank you, and Leslie, thanks for the likes. So, let us not create suspicion. Okay, because these things will break the trust you have for one another. Once trust is lost in money matters, it often spreads into other areas of marriage. See, because you can't trust them with money. Are they even faithful to you? Are they this? Are they that? You start assuming all sorts. And then before you know, you start fighting over what is not even real. And the reality of the matter is that you're not managing your finances well. And that is left unattended to. And then you start facing, you must be having an affair. You must be, and you'll be fighting. So use that energy constructively to sort your financial problems. Isn't that better? May God give us wisdom. Another one is emotional and mental stress. Hey guys, we're talking about dangers of poor money management. Okay. Broken trust, secrecy, don't forget. Emotional and mental stress. Of course, some people are in so much debt that they can't even sleep. Some are in so much debt they don't know how to even tell their spouse. Living in constant financial instability, it causes anxiety. It can go as far as depression and even health issues. I don't know where I was the other time, not too long ago, somebody was saying that, what do you call this, bailiff people, they came and they wanted to take some belongings and stuff like that. And this person refused them. And then after a while, they came and they started taking stuff. And this person just said, what's the point of leaving? And by the time they came the next day to carry more stuff, this person had ended their lives in the so-called place. Because they just imagine they've allowed things to go so bad. They were anxious at first, and then it turned to depression, and then mental health issues. And then they just decide, you know what? When I end it all, nobody's coming to ask me for money. Nobody's coming to ask me to pay back this and that. But is that the solution? Just ended your life just like that. Remember, we say all is vanity of comfort. When somebody loses their life because of money that comes and goes, may God help us really, that things do not get so bad before we start attending to it. Worry about bills, school fees, or debt repayment can drain intimacy and joy in a marriage. Constantly fighting, you're not doing this, and you aren't doing this, the bill is piling, what do you even do with your money? How you spend it, and you cannot be plain and honest with your spouse. And then the bulky bit of, these bills never stop. Whether you're working or not, bills will never stop, especially in this part of the world. So you better sit and manage things before it really gets out of hand, or before it starts affecting your marriage. The fourth one is dependency and imbalance of power. If one partner controls all the finances without transparency, the other may feel powerless and resentful. And this is not going to help your marriage at all. See, this imbalance can actually weaken the unity, and it will feel unhealthy dominance in the marriage. And imagine it's not saying, maybe in the midst of friends or family, like maybe an event is coming and each family has been apportioned certain amount, and this will say, you know what, I can't even make the event. So why can't you make the event? Because our money, I can't. My spouse, if they don't give me £10 like this, I can't do nothing. And I say, I don't talk to your spouse. Talk to my spouse? Just like that? I don't want trouble, And then you find out that one spouse is afraid of the other spouse when it comes to money matters. They can't talk, especially in situations when one is earning more than the other. And like I say, it could be man to woman, woman to man. It doesn't even matter. Whoever's earning more just feels control. They have all the control. If they say sit there, you must sit there because I call all the shots where money is concerned. But is that how to live a marriage? A happy married life? No. Number 5, inability to achieve family goals. Thank you, Sean, for the heart me. Without proper planning, like I said, dreams such as building a home, investing, or securing children's future, it may just collapse altogether. It's one thing having an idea. I have an idea, we'll buy a home. I have an idea to invest. What are you doing about it? Are you even sharing such ideas or family goals with your spouse, or you're just planning all by yourself on behalf of your wife and children, on behalf of your husband and children without them realizing? Is that spouse a dictator? That spouse is acting like an overbearing parent. Hey, you know we have all sort of spouses out there. So maybe you'll be the judge of what you think is wrong with that person. Couples end up living hand to mouth without progress when they fail to sit down and talk about their family financial goals. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. Some people, when they get to age of retirement, this thing has come again. Age of retirement, before they start talking about money issues, please. May we not just start struggling for financial breakthrough in our old age. That's my prayer. God will help all of us. I know sometimes, certain things do happen, life happens, but we have to sit and talk about it still, not just neglect it. Say, life is throwing at us all sorts, Sera, whatever will be. Is that the song you're singing with your spouse? So, debt and financial bondage, you need to be mindful. Misuse of credit or borrowings beyond means, it will trap the whole family in long-term bondage, not just the person whose name is on the credit card. Because then you say, I did it for my family, I did it, and then piles of credit cards, bills, almost drowning in it. You can't breathe, you can't sleep. Every day you're afraid to go to your mailbox because, please, let's be mindful. It's better to talk about these things. Even if you want to do luxurious stuff, make sure you plan that as well, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. It's very important. My Bible says in Proverbs 32:7, it says that the rich rules over the poor and the borrower is servant to the lender. You have 20 credit cards all in your name. Why? Who? What? How? Why? Must you? Hello, Sheon. I hope you're good. Welcome. It's not every dummy credit card that approaches you that you must accept or just chase after, because these people will give you, and it's on you to spend the money and pay them back their money with interest. So how can one person have 20 credit cards? For what? I don't understand. For what? Again, this whole thing we're talking about will actually weaken you spiritually. You cannot even testify. Not that God is not blessing you, but because you're mismanaging the blessing, so to say. A couple who mismanages money may struggle with generosity, tithing, or helping others. Because you'll be like, the money is not even enough for you. This person asking you for this and that. But really, is that money not enough for you? No, seriously, think about it. Really? Or that you're mismanaging it. And this can limit their ability to even honor God and be a blessing in their community. Because there's a whole lot of things one can do with money, apart from even being between husband and wife. I mean, you have to spend money on your children, or your friends, birthdays, weddings, ceremonies, and things like that. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Let's look at risk of separation or divorce when we talk about finance in marriage. Statistics shows that financial issues are among the top causes of divorce worldwide. I didn't say nationwide, I didn't say just here in UK. Worldwide. Like Earth, on planet Earth. Let me just put it like that. So, when unresolved, money fights erode love, respect, and commitment. Imagine the first case scenario I painted. That woman whose partner was just spending the money instead of even putting his own contribution. Tell me, when she saw that she was in shock. Even the money I'm putting in this account, this man just spent everything. There should be 600 here. It's only £3 something. Hey! So I just go, my dear, I trust you. I still trust you. Is that the woman was having 1,000,001 question? Like, we sat down and planned this thing. And here is me thinking, at the end of the year, we will have certain amount in this joint account. Alas, I have a spender on my hand. Their own portion they're supposed to put in there, they're not even putting. Even the one I am putting, they're spending. How are we going to have a savings like this? And the man just goes, oh, sorry, my dear, I forgot to mention. I borrowed it. I'm going to put it back. Don't worry. Just like that. Hey, Chineke Mizuko. Anyway, Let me not over dramatize, but you guys, you can end the story by yourself. So it's amazing. It's amazing what happens in marriages when it comes to finance. Poor financial management can weaken trust. It can cause constant strife. It will hinder progress and even may destroy that marriage. Wise stewardship, like I said, God has just blessed you to be a steward over that money. You don't own it, because if you own it, you will have it forever. It goes, comes. Are you a good steward of money? Are you open about money? And you have shared financial goals that help you and your spouse stay united and strong in your marriage. Proverbs 24:3-4 says, through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Planning, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Say money management in marriage is intertwined with behavioral conduct. Yes, trust, integrity goes a long way. It's not just one-sided, because all aspects of the marriage, especially in the finances. So I just want us to quickly have a critical reflection, and this should help us self-reflect some more. Or is there a word like couple reflect some more? I'll just put it out there, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Money reveals character, just like you're saying, Leslie. Is there selfishness? Is there pride? Or humility? Because these things would affect how you spend money, how you relate with money with your spouse in your marriage. So being teachable will help you to become better with money management. Of course, when his spouse says, my day's like you're spending too much. Hey, what do you mean? I'm doing it for the good of this family, for the good, but these things are for you, only you can do what no person can do. Let me not give God song to man, so to say. Don't let me get carried away. Or you understand what I'm trying to say. Money reveals true character. Look at you're laughing. I don't know where this song came, because I was what I said. Only you. That song just came to mind. Finance will test unity, whether you see it or not. You know, when God created marriage, according to the Bible, a man and his wife, he created Adam and Eve. There was no money at the time, at least as far as I know. There was no money. In fact, they had everything in abundance. They didn't have to pay for anything. They didn't have to buy anything. If you wanted yam, he would plant yam and the thing will grow, they will eat. If you wanted banana, he would, they were living freely. They were okay. But as life evolved, all sort of things were beginning to be introduced to the world. Yeah, for the sake of economical growth or whatever it is. Let me not go into all those jargons now. But I even lost what I was going to say. But you and I know that really we cannot stop or talk about money in terms of today. If you're in a married relationship in 2025, what's the date now? 4th of September 2025. Let me put time, 9:03 precisely. And you're hearing me now. You cannot say, we don't need to do anything about money. God gives, God takes, God this. No, don't be in denial. Because if you don't plan finance in marriage, that finance will plan for you, and it may not be the best plan ever. So be mindful. Finance, like I said, tests unity. Do couples see themselves as a team or as competitors? My husband bought the latest designer shoe. I must go and get my own. Me too, I know how to spend. Is that wise? Why compete with one another? Why not work as a team, my dear? That shoe you bought is beautiful, it's lovely, I love it. But it's not part of the budget. If it was just some maybe slippers or something, it will not cost an arm and leg, you look away because, But then they went to buy a £1,000 shoe when you're saying the mortgage is not complete at the moment and all. How does that make sense? And then the man doesn't say, I needed this because there's this outing, I got to be on top of my game. That I'm like, keep quiet. Only you can't come. I'm rounding up now, guys, don't worry. So work together as a team not as competitors. My husband got the latest car, I must get the latest car. He got the latest this, I must get the no, please be wise. And again, another critical reflection I'm going to put out there is money is spiritual, whether you see it or not. How couples manage it reflects their stewardship before God even. See, all these things we do, that's why I say God has created marriage and He has given us certain rules and regulations we need to abide by so that we can enjoy the goodness of marriage. But when we're trying to play smart with our spouses and we're trying to play smart with God in terms of money, in terms of finances, let me not say what I'm about to say to round that statement up. You are just the F word. That's all I'll say. You can go figure yourself. A marriage may have love, but if it lacks financial trust, discipline, and shared vision, the foundation weakens, and that's just the truth. On the other hand, when couples unite in financial stewardship, like keeping watch over that money, they not only prosper materially but also deepens trust and partnership, meaning you can trust one another, you can rely on one another. You know that this person, come what may, know you're on the same page. They would never do something to disrespect your plans or disregard your plans and all of that just so that they come and tell you, oh, I'm the man of this house, oh, women are weaker vessel, whatever excuse people give. But let's just be mindful that we don't break that trust and partnership thing going on. So sometimes there's a risk in handling, managing, and increasing money. Keep learning. Oh, we keep learning. And what works yesterday in terms of your money management may not work again today. That's why you have to keep on top of it. My dear, that thing we did, it was okay yesterday, but today with this I'm seeing it might not work. Sit and plan and replan. That is what communication does in marriage. Instead of just sitting and assuming, and then maybe even both of you can see that this plan you've made, it was only good for yesterday, and everybody keeps quiet. They will sort it. This one is thinking, they will sort it, and at the end nobody sorted it, and at the end you all lost some money or something. So it's best to sit and plan. If things will change, sit and change. If things will be better, sit and make it better. Marriage and finance are inseparable. I'm concluding now, guys, don't worry. Marriage and finance they are inseparable. You cannot separate it because you need money to run that home. If love is the heart of marriage, money is the bloodstream. Mismanaged finances choke unity, but wise stewardship, it strengthens the bond in that marriage. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. You sit down, you labor to plan that finances, you plan and change and move this and sort this and agree and do this. 2 are better than 1. My idea might be good, but when my spouse thinks about my good idea, he will think, ponder, reflect and say, I've got a better idea. And then you sit down and talk about it. Both of you come up with the best idea. Remember where you started from. One person brings a good idea, the other brings a better idea, and together you bring out the best idea. That can only be achieved when there's unity. That can be achieved when there's communication. So, but a good marriage is a good foundation to building wealth because of stability. There you go, Leslie. All of these things go a long way in building a full, healthy marriage relationship. Couples must embrace openness, discipline, and godly wisdom in handling money. Otherwise, there will be problem, there will be conflict, and there can be divorce. The goal is not only financial stability, but also relational harmony and spiritual growth. And I dare say that, Lord, hey, we need your help, Lord. Father, give us the wisdom to manage our finances as good stewards. And Lord, help us to remove every spirit of selfishness, every spirit of secrecy in money matters. Lord, help us. Give us the grace. Let's hear your Holy Spirit as is guiding us in the financial decisions we want to make, so that we are true to one another. And Lord, please, please, we pray, Father, bless the works of our hands and teach us to be contented with what we have, rather than chase, all these things that will bring us stress. Father, help us in Jesus' name. We pray, amen. I had to put the prayer there because we need help. And sometimes we have to go to God in prayer to help us. You don't anyway, let me just stop there, so that I'll give us more than enough time to come and talk about these things. We need to talk about these things. We can't shy away from it. Let us be open and honest, because like I said, marriages are breaking up because of lack of financial management. And at the end of the day, it's not just the husband and wife that will suffer. If there are children involved in this marriage, you know what's going to do to these children. As many children as are involved in such marriages, all of their lives will also be affected as well. God did not make a marriage institution for us to go into it and break it off and scatter anyhow. No, that's not God's plan. Just because pride, just because ego, or just because selfishness and all of those things, we're not content with what we have, and yet we want all of these things to work out in our marriage. We don't want to do the work, but we want to see the reward. How does that tally? God will really have to help us. Guys, that's the end of my talk for today. However, my 2 questions, it's a long one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You can pick either one that you feel, oh, I have something to say here, or both of them. It depends on you. So my question after this talk on marriage and finances: should one partner handle all the finances, or should both share equal responsibility? Whatever you say, why? Whether yes, why? No, why? Or why not? And the second question is, how important is financial honesty in marriage? And what dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other? How important is financial honesty in marriage? And what dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other? Guys, thank you for listening.
Promise the future and life. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
So there you go, guys. That is the end of my talk, and I'm sure I have ignited something in us by the grace of God, because we need to talk about these things more so, not even for husband and wife. What financial management skills do we have to train our children? Because if we're bad managers of money, tendency is we'll make them bad managers of money as well. Because like I say, the home for children is the first classroom they will ever attend, and whatever we teach them in there sticks for life. So we need to be mindful that we're talking about finance and money. I mean, marriage is not just husband and wife alone. It goes beyond that. And if we're mindful, we need to really be conscious of how we deal with finance in our marriage. God will continue to help us. So guys, send me an invite. Let's talk some more about this. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay. Don't know why I keep thinking Monday. But yeah, please send an invite. Let's talk about these things. Let's dare ourselves to talk the truth to ourselves. Let us reason together so we can make changes. Better late than never. Guys, we don't want to hear divorce because of money. Now, please. So let us talk about these things. Let me see who is there. Okay, I'm just gonna keep pressing the button and let's see who's gonna come into the first box today per chance. I see you, Mr. Kende Ogun. I see you, Matthew Mbaka.
Is always sharp. A very specific line where one place becomes the other.
Hey, Mr. Sheo, it's you in the box first today. Good evening. I hope you are good.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can now. I was hearing your TV loud and clear.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, it was my
Some
son.
gadget, I don't know what. I could hear the background. I hope you're good. Happy Thursday to you and happy
I
September.
am. I am. I missed you on Monday, but
I
I am
know,
here.
I know. I was like, hey, I know busyness of life. God will help us.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's good to have you here. And you're number one in here. So let me see who's okay. Let's
Lucky me.
I don't know how much of the talk you heard.
No, I heard 15 minutes, about 9, from about quarter to 9.
Okay, so you heard a bit. At least you have an idea of what we're talking about today.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
It's about marriage and finances,
oh
and
yes.
you had two questions. The
Yeah.
first was, should one person handle it?
Or should
Yes or
both be
no?
equal partner? Yes or no? What do you think?
I think it's a shared responsibility because
Okay.
if things, goes the wrong way, they both share in the
We have to
punishment
share
and
that.
consequences. Somebody can be better at it,
Okay.
so
True. See you.
maybe that person might have maybe just a bit of an edge than the other person, but by and large, I think it's a shared responsibility.
Okay.
Um, So, I mean, one of my friends, his wife is an accountant.
Oh,
So, even though the wife is an accountant, I wouldn't say you just give her everything to manage. You still need to be part of the decision making. You still
yeah.
need to know the day to day of what's going on. And if critical decisions need to be made, both parties need to come together and agree on what decision they want to take, even though she's the accountant. Now she can bring her skills and experience and knowledge to the
Help them.
table.
Yeah.
She can advise, but it is still a shared responsibility because, if, like I said earlier, if everything goes terribly, they both share in the responsibility. So that's my overall
Take on
like,
that.
yeah, take on that. Um,
Okay,
what was
so
the other
the second
question?
question is how important is financial honesty in marriage and what dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other?
Uh, it's very, very important. Financial honesty can break up marriages.
I want us to begin to declare
Oh,
in
wow.
the name of our
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Meetings.
I think it's critical, and marriages can break down because of financial dishonesty.
Yeah.
So for example, if you have a case where geez, there was this serial killer in Nigeria at one time. They call Was he Evans, if I recall correctly? Who was into kidnapping and all that, and he was bringing a lot of money home, and eventually he got caught. And when they got to the wife, she was like, she didn't know where the money came from.
And
And my question was, he was bringing this amount of money home, and you are ignorant to where the money is coming from. As a wife, as a partner, I expect you to ask, Chairman, I know what you do for a living. Where does this money come from? What did you sell? And give that person the opportunity to at least, justify where the money is coming from. You can't just say you don't know.
is even Clifford Orji, I think. I remembered.
Okay, I can't.
Orji. That's the one that pretends to be a madman. And he was putting some sort of hole somewhere. People who go to work early in the morning, they fall trap in the hole, and then it
Okay.
takes them. Yeah, I think yeah.
Exactly. So you have to be aware if and in some cases, sometimes you have to be observant of what's going on around you.
You
I
have
think
to be.
that is something that people can ignore. I know in the past, I have been
Yeah.
not in a financial sense, but things have been happening that I didn't pay attention to. And sometimes when trouble comes, you are like, well, the thing was right there in front of me. I just didn't pay attention to it. So if your partner is making some outlandish expenses and you kind of don't know where it's coming from, I think you owe it to ask that person, what is this, where is this money coming from? And if people get overly defensive, from experience, there's generally something lingering.
If you
You
cannot
know,
be honest, really, that's the
exactly.
word.
Exactly. If you ask a question, a financial question, and the person, it feels like you touched a nerve, then definitely there is something.
Definitely. You don't
Definitely
need a
there is
prophet
something.
to tell you. You
Exactly.
don't need a
So
prophet to tell you that.
no, exactly. So it definitely is very, very important. Being dishonest about your financial situation is detrimental to any relationship. Both parties need to be honest about the finances of the home.
Yeah.
I don't know how people handle their
Honestly.
finances, and families vary, but
Yeah.
generally one rule of thumb I think that was suggested on, I think maybe it was Oprah, I can't remember the talk show I was watching at the time, was, she has her money, he has his money, then they have a pot for the family, because he didn't want her to always have to come to him for money, and he didn't want to always go to her for money. So you should be able to buy things for yourself because you work for your money, but you also have a responsibility to our home, and your contribution to our home comes into this, let's call it a joint account.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, this kind of makes sense. You manage yourself, he manages himself, but at the same time, you manage the home.
Yeah.
But both parties are not held to ransom in the home, if that makes sense.
There is still financial freedom to a
Yeah,
level.
exactly. So if it is 80% of both salaries that goes into the family pot, and you spend 20% for yourself, that's fine. At least you still feel like, okay, this is my own bit. And if I decide to buy, I don't know, a 2 million naira wig or 10,000 pound wig,
I
then it is
mean,
my
you've
decision.
earned it, I guess.
Exactly. I don't need the family's permission to go and buy a, I don't know, expensive handbag. So I think that is a good strategy.
Gyro, I see you. Yeah.
I think it's a good strategy, but both parties need to be honest about where their sources of income comes from, because um it could even have criminal implications.
Oh, yeah. And
If
they will not say it's just husband there. They will
exactly.
carry the children if possible.
Exactly, and it's kind of like if somebody asks you, "Oh, where is your wife?" and you say you don't know, you kind of look stupid. It's kind of like the same thing if the police knocks on your door and they say, "Oh, they're asking questions about your spouse," and you say you don't know, you're going to kind of look stupid. So some of these questions you have to actively be aware, and you have to actively ask questions about, without being offensive or intrusive or
Even if you think you might touch a nerve, just please go ahead for your own safety, even.
yes. And in the developed world, is even the punishment can be really, really
Oh,
critical.
yeah.
So
Oh, true.
I think that's my take on it. You
Okay.
owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your spouse, and you owe it to your children to know the financial state of the home at any point in time. Because with finances, anything can happen at any time, and you
Yeah.
need to be prepared. And you need to obviously even have some form of financial buffer for critical incidents and issues that life will throw at you. And life definitely will throw financial
Unexpectedly, yeah.
life will throw financial problems your way that you have to kind of find ways to solve.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If I can find my clap now, because a lot is going on.
Cheers. No, it's I get it. Don't
Oh
worry.
my God, why? I will find you. Effect. Oh my God, no. Don't go and mess up my. Oh my God. This me and TikTok these days. I hope it's not Debbie
You can
that
move
has
on to the
passed.
next person. You can
I
move on
will.
to the next person. Don't worry. eventually.
I found it. Thank you. You know, Shil, as you were speaking, I just remember this particular story. Anyway, somebody shared the story that this woman, I think she's in her mid 50s, thereabout, she's been keeping money secret from the spouse, and the husband works with the inland revenue or somewhere, people that survey land and things like that. So this woman bought this piece of land and she wanted to build this massive, maybe it was a hotel or a school or something. And then she has started building and they were like 3/4 way, you know, like one quarter to finishing. Massive thing like that. And then all of a sudden they wrote her that the government where she was of the state, they wanted to do like a rail pass by and her building would have to go. And she nearly passed out because she was putting her money in there and she did not tell her husband. However, somebody came to tip her that, look, there's somebody in the inland revenue place, what, you need to speak with this person so that they will bypass that. She said, hey, she doesn't know anyone. They say, if you have money, you can. And then they connected. And then when they gave her the details, it was her husband.
Wow.
And they said she didn't have a choice. She now went home. She was just begging, I'm sorry, I've offended you. And the man was wondering, what did you do? And the man did not know, truly. And then she now narrated the story. They said the man nearly collapsed, like, you did all this? You mean you did this? He now said, what if it's out of his hands as well? You would have just lost. So you can imagine the dangers in such. I mean, that was just, I can't remember how the story ended, but something you're keeping away, and now you've gotten into trouble, and now it's this same spouse of yours that needs to get you out of the trouble, so to say. So honesty in that financial aspect is not something you can keep for long. No matter how long you think you're keeping it, it will come out eventually. It's just a matter of time. And then things that could actually end that marriage, you know. Because this one will be for maybe 30-something years we've been married, I've trusted you. You know, the trust is broken. I don't know how they will repair that trust. So we need to be mindful. So thank you so much for your contribution.
Another thing I wanted to ask before I forget was from conversations to siblings and friends, instances where one person hides financial information. I noticed that some of them did it because of some form of financial protection for the future. And I remember
there's always a thin line.
Yeah, I was telling the person, I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm like, if you need to protect yourself financially from your spouse, then you fundamentally have a problem in your relationship. There is
sorry, I might be wrong, but as you're speaking now, I'm just thinking, Lord, if this were to be brought up, how do we handle it? You see, sometimes you might have to face the horn by the bull by the horn. Help me with the English. You know, and say, that's why I say you have to talk. Sometimes you may have to be, what's the word now I'm looking for? You may have to be, there's a word I'm looking for. Not harsh, but be realistic. Say to them, I've talked with you about this financial whatever. From this day on, I am doing this. You will let them know what you're doing. And
exactly.
It's a no-go area. They should know that. No matter the quarrel you want to quarrel with me, I am doing this. And so you know.
Yes. If you tell them beforehand, they are aware.
Yeah.
So you've told them before you've done it. But a case where you don't tell them and you are secretly, stashing money because of some form of financial protection, I personally think you fundamentally have a problem in that relationship.
Of course,
because
there is. Of course.
Money is just one of the many things that might be hidden from the other person. I just wanted to put that out there because it just occurred to me.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's true. so that at least I can go and sleep well. And there is no amount of cajoling or what is convincing that will make me touch that money, because it's for I mean it's there for a purpose. Since you disagree not to, and I mean, especially when you know this things for the good of the family. So sometimes I get it, because some spouses,
Are
they
terrible
dare
with
not
money.
know there's money somewhere.
No, they're
That's the
terrible
end
with
of it.
money. Yes, they're terrible with money.
Oh,
I know an incident where a father actually spent the children's education fund.
it's not the first. My Yoruba would say, really, I think Pardon my English, like we have seen that before a million and
Yeah.
one times. It's not new, but doesn't mean it's good either. So
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, Lord help us with our money palavers. Susan, good evening. I hope you are good, and I hope you can speak on this money matter tonight.
Good evening. I was just enjoying the flow between the host and I think I'm going to call Sheun the coordinator because the thing was just flowing. I'm like, two of you should just be pushing. People should
I
just be
hear
talking
you.
about it, just be doing ping pong game with it.
Yeah, so
It
we want
sounds
you to flow with us now. You to flow in with us.
oh
Thank you.
dear. Thank you, thank you. Oh, where do I start from?
Start
Give
from.
me a starting point.
So, should one partner handle the finances, or should both be equally responsible?
Both equally responsible for it.
What if you know your spouse that with money they can never be responsible?
Well, sometimes you just have to be so that you create that room for trust, create the room for discipline and all that. So you, except when you see that there is unfaithfulness, then you now have to communicate and decide. Since you are a heavy spender, I think I should be the one to handle this. Then every month we now talk about how much we have saved.
Okay.
But then I feel both parties should handle it together.
What if your spouse says, you know what, I trust you, handle anything money, just handle it.
Then that is like a trap. I see that as a trap
Oh
and
really?
say, okay, yeah, I'll see that as a trap and say, okay, I have to prove to him that I am hot. And when I mean hot, I mean honest, open, and transparent.
Yeah, I get you.
Yes. So I just need to prove to him because probably you don't know why he or she decided to do that. Sometimes our spouse they hear things and they say, "Oh no, let me entrust her with this. Let me see how he or she will handle this."
Okay.
So most times I just feel in
Okay.
such opportunity, in such
Instant.
opportunity you find yourself, just prove yourself right.
It's a trap. That one I didn't see that coming.
We
Wow.
see it in
I thought it
business.
might just be being responsible in a way, because they know themselves. They and money.
I know. But in the other way, because I tend to look at things positively and negatively.
Okay.
So I like to balance things. He might not have heard anything. Just okay, let me just entrust. But then you will want to prove yourself to say, no,
Be.
I need to be honest in this thing. It's just like going into a relationship. People pretend when they are courting. It's when you are married, then you will now see the true color of the person. So it's the same thing. Money, like the Bible says, the love of it is the root of all evil.
Debbie, start tapping so that we can stay in peace.
And then when you hear most marriages that are broken, it could be money issue. Apart from cheating and
Infidelity.
all that, most of the problem is money. I can always go because most of these topics, I always have an example, a real life example that I'll be like, ooh. she's talking about me, or oh, she's talking about somebody I know, you know. You just think money issue is simple.
Ah,
It's
no,
a spirit.
it is. It
That
is.
is why sometimes you see that if you really sat down to think, all these black magic people, why can't they go to the bank to steal money? They have all the power to disappear and reappear, but they cannot enter the bank to steal money. That's to tell you, money is a spirit. There's a spirit behind money, and once that spirit starts functioning, if it functions in a negative way,
It
that
destroys.
relation it destroys a lot of things. And if you're lucky to have the very good person, or for it to like work in a positive way, you find out that I've hit the jackpot. So we just need to be very careful when we talk about finances, and especially in marriage. It breaks and it makes. It broke a lot of people that I've heard of. It broke my first one. And and that trust, you just be wondering, really, is this
That
true?
is you, yeah.
There's nothing. Even when the person says good morning, you will look at the time to know if it's really
To be
morning.
sure.
That's Yeah,
You
that's
can.
how broken that trust can be. And for me, once somebody breaks that trust, it gives, I find it difficult to like rebuild it. I might give you access, but you know what? The access will be limited. So finances and money is something that we need to always discuss in the house. Most people shy away from it.
Thank you, Connor.
Most people tend not to talk about it because they might feel, oh, this one, is it because of money that you married me? Is it, people are quick to say that. Oh, she married him because of money. He married her because of the money she has. Hello, if you don't marry because of that, so what next?
You marry for love now, how about
You
sis?
marry for no, but some people they just
But you know, some
tag
people marry
you.
for money. We cannot
Of
deny that
course.
fact.
Yes, yes. There's this story I watched. The boy sued the dad
Thank
in a
you.
court because when his mom died, the dad was feeling very lonely. So he now sent a message to the son. And the boy said, okay, because he's in the acting career and he's already been
See Debbie,
slotted.
money is good though. What do you know we're talking
Of
about?
course, money is good. If used properly, it is good. So this boy now, he sued the dad because he told the dad he will come and live with him for 4 months, and the dad will be paying him $3,000. And the dad agreed to it because he had money. So
Okay.
when the boy came first month, he did everything that the dad wanted, and the dad paid him 3,000 because the dad said he'll be paying him monthly. And then few weeks later, the boy just saw a lady moving into the house. This is a month after his mom passed.
Wow.
A lady moving into the house, and he was like, what is going on? So the man was like, no, you don't have to disrespect him. You don't have to disrespect her. But we've not sat down to talk about this. Who is she? She's my girlfriend. So does that mean that while my mom was sick, we were having an affair? He said, oh, they met online, and then when they even called this girl up, she's 25 years old. This man is in his 60s.
Thank you, Kenneth. Wow.
So this boy now had to hire a private investigator. And when they investigated this lady, they found out that that's what she does. She look out for people, for men that are sick, that are close to their death. And she's done that to two other men. She married the man was 78, the other one was he 72. And but before they died, she made sure they
Oh,
write a will to her. And now she's come into this man's life, and this man he said he had was it cancer, no, heart failure or something. And as he said, yes, she knows about it. And the judge was like, that is the reason why she's marrying you, because she knows you will die soon. And he had already willed everything to this girl and took his
Hey.
son's name off the will.
Ah, Lord have mercy.
So the judge was like, you have to pay your son this money. Probably this is the only money he might get from you, for you to just count your son off the will and give it to this girl.
A
So
stranger.
you can see how some women are very manipulative. We know money is good, but if you meet the bad ones, ah, there's this lady I heard of.
Yeah, I'll call you
She
soon.
hides money under her bed. This was in Nigeria. She hides money under her bed, and the house they were living in is her own house. So the husband pays the rent to somebody that he doesn't know, and that money goes to the wife's account.
Yeah, I think I heard that story.
When he found out, definitely it will break the marriage. So there are a lot of things that really breaks marriage. Finances is one of the things that we need to tread carefully with, especially with our spouse and all that. Talk about it, be honest, be transparent. Like me, every penny that goes out of my account, I've written it out, is by my wardrobe. So I know how much that goes off. I have a long-term plan, short-term plan. This is what I do. I have it all detailed.
Susan, for a minute there, I thought you were going to say your money is by your wardrobe. I would say, when can I visit you?
You might find some in the wardrobe if you check properly, because I don't keep all the money in the account.
Yeah.
So to me, I just feel, let's talk about it and let both parties be, let them handle the money together. That will make them trust each other and build the bond stronger.
Okay, thank you for that. So I'll ask you the second question on behalf of it. What dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other?
Except divorce me. Lack of trust. Lack of
You
trust.
just went there straight.
Straight. No, that means you don't trust me to be open to me. If I'm open to you, if I'm honest to you and you're not honest to me, then there's trouble.
But that's just one aspect of your marriage,
But that's the main thing. Now that's the thing. That's like a foundation of the marriage. Because without money, the bills will not be paid. If you expect me to be paying all the bills and then you're saying, oh, you don't earn more, meanwhile you are building something back home, and I find out, how would you feel? Let's flip the coin around. If somebody does that to you, how would you feel?
I will
Sometimes
feel hurt. Oh,
it's so easy for people to say, oh no, you can forgive. It's easy to preach forgiveness when you're not wearing that shoe. But when you wear that shoe, I'm sure forgiveness will be the last thing you will think about at that moment, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people. I know a lot of men that brought their wives from Nigeria, took them to school, make sure they did nothing, and then they took their cards from them. So I'll be the one operating your card. Then any money you need to ask me, because I'm the one that brought you to this country. Why would
that's
you be doing
financial bondage.
that? Is it. So I have few friends that are living in that life, and they are praying to God, when will they be out of this? So even when you're advising, you need to tread carefully,
Of
because
course.
it will not look as if, oh, you're trying to get them out of marriage and all that. But you just need to be careful. There are a lot of mistakes most people do, and at the end of the day, it will be they are regretting. I'm like, why would you regret now? You knew all this. You knew if he finds out, or if she finds out, trouble. Like me, when I realized that there was a bag of money in the house, I was like, how? And I've been living on credit card, on what's the other one, overdraft, and then you have a bag of money in my heart broke. Once I saw it, I'm like, you know what? No, this is not for me. No, 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 no,
Is
no.
the bag of money still there? Are you at home?
He's passed now. So
I
when
know.
he knew that there was bag of money, he started sending the money to Nigeria, building things that I didn't, doing things that I didn't know of in Nigeria. So
Ah,
it's really painful when you find out that you open your heart to do something with somebody and then you're being betrayed like that. At the end of the day now, it's your siblings that are enjoying your money, forgetting that you have a
you
child.
mean not for Christ. Yes.
That and they have not even called to say, oh, you're our son, how we did. Nothing. You're just enjoying the money and you think it will be well with you. So such things, when you meet such rock, you will look for the rod of Moses. He will be far away. You'll be like, I need water to come out from this rock. So some that I've experienced it when there's dishonesty in marriage, especially when it comes to money. How I felt about it. But thank God for liberation, that we have that spirit of forgiveness and that spirit to move on. Otherwise, some people it just cripples them.
Thank you, Mina. Thank you, Susan. Honestly, like you said, money, there's this spirit behind it, and that's why we need to pray. See, everything, say, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know that a lot of things is like copy of it, but the devil too has had a fair chance to grip or grab one or two and twist and turn and all of that. So we need to pray to God. You might say, what has God to do with my what has God got to do with my finances? Well, a whole lot, because sometimes your spouse may be good, so good in all aspects, but this finance is a thing like all the time, and it's just beyond you sometimes. And if care is not taken, just like Susan said, that marriage can actually break up for good. But like I say, God has not created anything to come in between husband and wife. Not man, not money, not anything. But you and I know that this world we live in, a lot of things have definitely come between a husband and wife, building that marriage to the point that it's ended in divorce. And sometimes when you ask them afterwards, after the divorce, when you ask them, the way in fact, they will even be ashamed to say certain things. Because whilst they're in the marriage, they're being adamant, pride, and all of that. Instead of them to let go of pride and wear humility, sit down and talk about these things before they go to the D word. And now they're divorced, they're almost regretting they should have done this better, should have done that better. But God will help all of us. Like I say, no one marriage is the same. But generally speaking, like I was giving my talk, money problems is all over the world. It's not just in one continent or one nation. It's all over the world. Every marriage in this life, in this lifetime, needs to talk about finances. Otherwise, it would affect other aspects of their relationship. So thank you, Susan. Thank you for your contribution. I'm coming to you, Leslie. I'm looking at the time. I hope we're not in the kitchen now. I know you.
It's not every
Why
time I'm in the
about this
kitchen.
time-ish?
It's not every time I'm in the kitchen.
Are you there? I should tell you now to open that camera. Let us see.
I'm not every time I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, apologies.
Thank
But
God.
I know you're Chef Leslie now, so no worries.
Sometimes I'm in support role. But I
Okay, you're
think
the
most of the
main
time I'm in
chef
support
or
role.
assistant chef.
Yes. So I do a lot more assisting.
All
Or
right,
mainly
thank
if
you
I'm
so
cooking
much.
beans.
Oh, hey, is beans
Yes.
your favorite meal?
Hey, it's not. I enjoy cooking it, and my wife loves how I cook beans.
Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
a
So
skill I
what do
learned
you
in
put
Nigeria.
inside? Give us the secrets. This one is full
That's
secret. Before we
that
talk
skill
money.
came out of necessity.
I have my pen and paper. Oh yeah.
You see,
We
so
do. We
it's not
try.
just me that is curious.
Crayfish is one of them.
I bet
I got.
Sheon doesn't like cooking, but maybe if you make the tip enticing, he might just surprise his wife too.
Well, for me, cooking is a gift. I'm not. There are
Wow.
certain things I can cook very well. I enjoy cooking, and there are certain things I can learn if I want to, but it's not a skill. It's not a strong suit. So yeah,
Okay.
But
All the
most
same,
times I'm in a support role.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, you're either the main chef for the day or so assistant chef. So we get it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good evening. I hope you're good.
Yes, so money and finances. Where do I start? It's an issue of it. I
Beginning of the
think
beginning.
uh, well, I learned from one accountant before I went into marriage matter. He said some people are very good at making it, and some people are very good at managing it. Very few people can do both very well.
And some
So
people are good at
he,
spending it.
yeah, so some people are very good. Yeah, so you have the spender, have the saver. Then there are those who can make it very well, and then those who know how to manage it. Um, but it's also connected to behavior. That's rarely ever talked about our behavior in regards to money. And I love what once already mentioned that money is a spirit. So we can have an attitude towards it. There can be ways someone has been brought up about how they see money. It's a perception, a perspective, the psychological connection to money. So maybe they grew up in a home where money was a control issue. Whoever made the most control the matter, or somebody dominated, or manipulation could also be a matter, and that kind of behavior is something they inherited and just carried it on, and they saw it as normal until maybe something challenged them or something they heard, or they found that, oh, this is not the only way to deal with money. So it's very important. It's just important that people identify. But for us, for our marriage, I will always credit there was a person that introduced us to a premarital course, which is run by HTB. And they had a specialist thing for people before they get married. It was like 6 7 weeks. And one of the things, one of the topics they dealt with very well, even before you join the course, is finances. So they really like ask a lot of questions about your money, how your parents deal with money, how much money do you have, and then when you did the actual course, which was about 3 days, they went into every aspect of money and how what it does in marriage, what it does, as an individual, and saving, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
And that really helped us a lot. And then a few years later into our marriage, one of my very good friends from work, he's into finances and investment, and he got me into, not just, I'm not talking about a theory, but in terms of practically showed me how to do financial investment strategically, and how to do it from a basic level
Okay.
to, I can say, where we're at now is more it's more an intermediate level.
Okay.
And then also the favor of God, I remember our first child, the bank manager, when I was about to open the account, because my wife was telling me, oh, we need to open an account. They gave that time, they were giving like some money from the government. So like you got like 125 pounds, I think. I can't remember how much for having the first child. And I
Okay.
remember the bank manager, she said, even if it's £5 a month, we put it into his account.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think the biggest thing that we've both learned is talking about money, talking and planning money in our home, in our marriage. And I'm very grateful, because I don't know how it was in her family, but in my family, that was not something my parents did well. And especially my father was the major breadwinner. He basically controlled everything. In our marriage, we talk about money, we plan it, we pray about it. It doesn't matter how much one is making. If you like, bring in 1 million. We are talking about it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to plan for it. Every year we have a meeting. So our first meeting is end of December. The second meeting is in January. That's the one that we will sit down, align the goals for the year, and what, whether you're going to go to retrain, or which investment are we buying into, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I also want to share the other side too, that life happens, things can happen, things can go really, really wrong. On your best day, your best game, something can go wrong, and you have to prepare for it as well. I think that is something that sometimes we shy away from, but the reality happens that no matter how good you can be with money, something can go wrong when you
Definitely.
least expect it,
How
because
much more?
you're dealing with real world problem. you know we went through a big challenge at the end of 2023, so we were dealing with I had a legal problem, then we had a financial issue that just came out of nowhere, and this was all simultaneously happening at the same time. And we were like, man, this is crazy. But looking back, we learned a new way of seeing and handling money that we hadn't known until we passed through that passage, that valley of darkness. I think the most important thing is that couple learn to communicate. They learn to be transparent, because most of the time it's a fear issue, it's past experiences. People are not honest, and at the end of the day, you're sharing the same bed, you're sharing the same atmosphere. So why is it finances? And that's because I think sometimes finances is a control issue. There's a defense to it as well, you know. So for us, we believe very strongly that we are better together than apart. That said, we actually have individual accounts for each of us. We have a major pot, but we each have our own accounts as well. So there's an independence, but it's an agreed independence. We've mutually talked about it. So there's no one feeling like, you're just doing this with money. No, we don't have that. And again, it's communication. You know, it's something that we communicate. We talk about. There's some things right now that have happened this year. We thank God that God, out of His grace, did some things as well to help us too. So there's a God factor to it, and we are very grateful. But it's very important. I think it's very important that couple communicate, pray, and be in agreement, because especially now for our children, we have started to set them up as well, so they don't have to go through the things we went through, and we're also training them too. They're being prepared as well, you know, so that they're not going to restart. No, they're going to, from where we are living, they're going to build on top of that, because that's another thing we've seen, that in a lot of especially in African marriages. I have a friend of mine who said he did a survey. This was last year, no, 2 years ago, for 2023. It was just before the election, and he was asking um, certain people, you know, if their parents had left them inheritance, and the Asians maybe it was 3%. Our Igbo people, they had maybe like 30%. But when it came to Africans, and I'm speaking especially for Nigerians, it was less than 1% that had an inheritance from their parents. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. And he was like, why is that a problem? Why are we not intentional about leaving an inheritance for our children financially, whether it's real estate, whatever, but leaving them with something that will help them in their own life? Less than 1%. So for us, we take it very seriously that our children will continue from wherever we leave them off. You know, and thankfully they will have the attitude, the mindset to deal with that level of financial responsibility as well. But we are showing them as an example of how we are handling money today. You know, so they do see us handling money when we have gone through difficulty, and they've seen us handle money when we have it. You know, we're not swimming in it, but it's a point where there's not a struggle, and we've learned that in every situation, our attitude has to be right when it comes to money. Our attitude has to be right, because ultimately it's about how we are living together. And if we don't have peace in that area, it's difficult to have peace in in other areas. You know, I'm not saying it's the be or end all, but it helps that if there's an understanding, you both sleep well when money is concerned. There's no hiding this thing. And again, if those things are there, the money problem is it's actually a symptom. The root is something unresolved. The root is something that hasn't been resolved in their upbringing or a past experience they haven't dealt with or been healed from. So when all these things are happening, a lot of it is unresolved, healed trauma, bad experiences, all sorts that have not been dealt with. And that's one thing I want to just drop. When we were doing this course in the HTB, they really dealt with being honest with finances. I mean, they really like you, how much are you owing? Bring back account. So if you are a scammer or you are lying, your bank account cannot lie. You will bring your bank account to that meeting. I mean, it was serious, and you could see the breath of fresh air of people
I
who were
hope some
hiding. And
couples, maybe the wife showed the husband,
some couple put their thing on hold. Oh. So they put their thing on hold. Yes, put it on hold.
They're not ready
And
to be
those
honest.
yes, those and that's why I think sometimes when we're talking about marriage, a lot of times people are not in an environment where they can be transparent, or they have other people they can be accountable to. So when we are doing it, we have people who are mentored. But you cannot lie. They will ask you, why haven't you put your bank statement? We need to say. Now they won't look at it, but it's for the person you want to get married to see it.
Yeah.
So it's very important. I think and I said that before, the more you communicate about finances, the easier it is to deal with money. It becomes a habit. So that's how I hope that helps anybody out there. Thank you.
Oh, I believe so. Thank you so much, Leslie. So, I mean, in a way, you've answered all my questions today. I was going to say, so what dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other? So, Leslie, I'm posing that to you before I go to the next person.
So, repeat the question again.
What dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other?
This one, I've seen it in both the rich and the poor. So, I've seen it on both sides.
Okay,
I've seen it on the rich, and I have an accountant friend of mine that he does wealth management portfolio.
Okay.
And you would think that having that much money, they would be transparent. No, the husband is his salary. When he was showing me, he was telling me this all in confidence. He said his salary was 6 million. He hid from his wife a property he owned here in England that worth 13 million.
Wow.
They were going to go through a divorce. This man hid property of 13 million from the divorce proceedings. The accountant knew because he's doing all this, and he was telling me this woman does not know that the Oba have 13 million pound property here in England. He moved his this thing to America just to hide that information. And I was telling him, but he's making this much money. He told me, you don't understand. These are the worst people. Then I've seen people that don't have money, and is devastating. When they hide, you see, and I've seen it whether it's both the husband or the wife, where they're hiding money. Even in my own family, I've seen it with my stepmother and my father, because my mom did not know how to do. My stepmother, she had game. She learned how to siphon money. So I've seen it on that side. And then when my father would now find out, hey, the fact they will fight, and then I'm like, but Dad, you yourself, you're not honest. So it breeds a lot of acrimonious atmosphere in that environment. There's a lot of distrust. It's a lot of truth making if they have to come to a place of agreement. But everybody's hiding. I think there's one famous example I want to drop, and you can actually check it. It's Shaquille O'Neal's, I think, his first wife. So Shaquille O'Neal is very wealthy, but he was being committed a lot of infidelity. So the wife decided that, okay, you can go ahead. All the money you're giving to me, I'm going to invest it. And you're not going to know how much you're going to making from the investments. Like, go ahead. By the time they divorced, she had already made over $30 million before the divorcement, all the alimony was sorted out. So she actually made a lot of money. So again, it's very, very important that it doesn't matter. People think that the more money you have, the better you are for it. No, if you don't have transparency and communication, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you will end up becoming dishonest or hiding, because ultimately it's either fear or an unresolved issue. So what I'm just saying in summary is you're just creating an atmosphere where there's no trust in the home. And it's not going to help long term, and the children will suffer for it. Unfortunately, they will suffer for that. They will suffer for it. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much, Leslie. God help all of us. So God help. It's very important. Money matters in marriage. It is very crucial because it could actually break up a marriage if not properly managed, or if not managed effectively. So thank you so much for your contribution. Now, I'm not sure who is next because people have been coming in and out of those boxes. But I think it's Debbie. Yeah, I'll come to Debbie and then Kenneth. I think, then Adebenga and Mila. Hopefully, I remember that order. Hey, Elder Debbie, good evening. Oh, sorry. Before I forget, I always forget. So that thing just came up now. There's a subscription there that I wouldn't even know where to begin or how to begin to say it. But please feel free if you know you're part of this community, but it's not compulsory, but I'm just putting it out there. There's a subscription that will come up, subscription goal. If you can subscribe to Insight with FunmiRoyal, please, or to this community, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna say that so that TikTok can leave me alone. So I'm putting that out there. As many that are interested to subscribe to this community, please feel free to do so. And also, you can help support my goals for today. I really appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. If you've forgotten my heart me, that's the only one me I'm saying. I'm asking my heart me, so that my what is it called, the league can go up. And the more it go up, the more we can attract more people, the more we can help one another to be better and live life better. That is the goal, really. But we just have to do what we have to do. So thank you so much. Debbie, I'm coming to you now. Elder Debbie Gazim, gong gong gong. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. I see you, the beauty. Thank you so much.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am
How are
fine.
you, Ray? Thank you, Mila.
Help me ask TikTok why it's echoing because I don't understand their
It's not
nonsense.
echoing, I'm hearing you perfectly well. Maybe it's echoing from your side.
Anyway, that's TikTok and their problem.
At least we can hear you clearly, so it's good. Thank you
I
guys.
came up because I thought I heard you people talking about money. I thought you are sharing money.
I know. What will you say before? What will you say before? We are collecting money. So since you are here, we want to collect your money.
I have already given offering. I will give offering, closing offering. I will give you what's it? Middle offering, mid service offering.
I did not see
I'll give
offering.
closing
No.
offering.
I did
You
not
see
see
that I didn't see it though.
offering. Maybe you
Go
were
and
giving
ask
it to the
TikTok.
community. You were giving it to the community.
Go and ask TikTok.
We're talking money matters. Julie Store, I see you. Oh, thank you so much,
Oh
Julie.
wow,
Thank
that
you.
coffee is looking lush.
The beauty body wear. Thank you for the coffee on me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hey, what do you want me to talk about? Finance, money. What is it about money we are talking about?
We're talking about finance, marriage and finance actually. And we're asking, should one partner handle all the finances or should both share equal responsibility? What is your take? Thank you, the beauty. Thank you so much.
I think when it comes to that, that depends on
The couple.
individual marriage.
Okay.
It depends on the couple. We all have different relationship with money.
Thank you, the beauty. Thank you so much.
We have we all have different relationship with money. Some people, if you put them in charge of money, they can be trusted, they will manage it well, they'll be transparent, accountable, and everything, regardless of who you are. If you do that with them, it works. But there are some people, if you mistakenly do that with them, it's not because they want to do you bad, it's just that their relationship with money,
Man,
if
I'm
they have
happy.
to sell you after,
Thank you so much.
they will do it. So it's not their fault, it's just the relationship they have with money. So I think the best thing is study who you are dealing with, study how what kind of relationship they have with money. Then you can then decide, maybe you test them with little, and then you can then decide if
So
you
you're
want to
talking
hand
about
over
before
your.
marriage. Okay, the beauty. Thank you. I hear you.
What did you say?
I said, are you talking about before marriage or while
Before,
they're
or
married?
even while you are in the marriage, maybe if for people that just got married, yes, but
Thank
for if you
you.
have been there for over 10 years, I cannot advise you. If you don't know who you are dealing with after 5 years, then God will help you. But I'm talking about for people that are just getting in,
Okay.
study what their relationship with money is, and
Thank
then
you,
you
the
know
beauty.
if you want to hand over the whole finance to them or not. I have seen marriages where not yeah marriages where The husband is in charge of the whole finance, and at the end of the day, he's the only one spending the money. Even the children don't wear good clothes, they don't eat good food, but he is living large and everything. He wastes their finance, he ruins them. So it depends on, and I have seen couple that they are both in charge of their finances. You don't spend money without my consent, I don't spend money without your consent. In fact, this woman sef, they are having a project in Nigeria, the husband have to go and supervise it. She's here, they have already concluded, agreed, signed how much they are taking out. They have already signed everything. He traveled, he got there. So something happened in between, he need money, he just went to the bank, he didn't call the wife, he just went to the bank and took out a certain amount of money. When the wife will get the alert as well.
Yeah.
When she got the alert, she just converted the amount he got in Nigeria to pounds and went to bank and collect the equivalent. Yeah.
Do
She
me, I do you. God no vex.
no, but if you did choose not to carry me along, that's what she did to him. So immediately he saw the alert as well, he called her, she didn't pick up. They left a message, she didn't answer. After 3 days, she picked up and she was like, well, how far? How about it? She just spoke like nothing happened. She was like, you see, I got an alert of so. That was like, what about the first one that came
The
out of
first alert, bagam.
the account? She was like, something happened about the project. And she said, I'm not saying it doesn't concern me. Since it's about the project, why didn't you? Our agreement from the beginning
Yeah.
is we seek each other's consent, because it's both our money. We are both accountable for everything.
Yeah.
She refused to return that money. The husband returned the money. She said, after this one, you will learn lesson. When she was
Sorry, the beauty. Sorry, Debbie. The beauty, because she can't come up, so I have to read her comment. She said both couples to get involved in their finance, I guess, and each of them to have their own safe somewhere.
For some people, it works like that as well. Some people, they have joint
Emmanuel.
accounts and then they have separate accounts. They have joint account that they do everything about the family, and then they have private ones. That's why I said study who you are dealing with and know what works for what is working for A's marriage will not work for B's marriage when it comes to finance.
Yeah.
Yeah, just know who you are dealing with.
Tomorrow they will have something.
And know,
yeah.
and know how to deal with them when it comes to finance. There are some people you can't even rely on them to take care of you if you are sick.
That's serious.
So yeah. So it depends. Know who you are dealing with. If it's somebody that is so rigid with their money, then and you know there are some people that they spend for outsiders, they will not spend for their spouse.
Immediate family, yeah.
They will not, even for their children, no. But with outsiders, they are daroshas. So know who you are dealing with and know how to go about it. That's what I would say for the first question. What's the second question?
So the second one is, how important is financial honesty in marriage, which technically you have answered. Okay, so let's look at what dangers can arise when couples keep secret money or money secrets from each other.
You see, this question, I can never understand it. You know why?
Why?
Okay. Maybe you married people should answer me. And I'm sorry, I might be a bit raw.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're good with money, you will not have a
How can somebody I'm trying to, how can somebody get terminal illness from a spouse? It's true intimacy, Abi.
Of course.
Your most valuable that can lead to your to lead you to grave, you can put it inside of me. But money that can waste and we can earn, you cannot trust me with it. Is there not something wrong with us?
I'm sorry, that question is funny, but I get
It's funny, but if we look deeper, I have access to your food. If I want to buy you because of money, if I want to buy you, I don't need your money to buy you. I have access to your food. You have access to my food. I have access to your private. You have access to my private, which can lead to each of us going to 6 feet down. But money, do you understand? If we think deeply about those, I see a lot of marriages when it comes to money, and I'm like, wait, this thing can never make sense to me. It can never make sense to me. You can put your life inside of me, where within 3 minutes you have contacted what will end your life, or something you will not for the rest of your life. But money
You can't trust them with.
is, I don't know, maybe it's me, that maybe I'm the one that see it that way, but that's how I see it.
I get you.
That's how I see it. If I can have even your food, your water, it's just a drop. Oh, if I want to, if we need to, if we want to say it, let's just pour it down and turn the dice. Before I can have access to your money, I will have to go through a lot of trouble to know how much you have and all that. For me to get into your life, I don't need to go through a lot of trouble. I don't need to go through a lot of trouble, especially if you are my husband. I just need to dress sexy, and then you are gone. But I don't know. That mathematics does not make sense to me. It
I
cannot make
get
sense
you.
to
You
me.
you must have
Maybe
had
somebody,
a deep reflection for you to actually even voice it out. So I see it's probably a question you've pondered on from time to time.
we have discussed this thing. I've asked all my friends. Nobody can answer me. That's why I say maybe you married
Wow.
people will be able to answer me, because it, con- that it, if maybe somebody, that's why I said maybe you people that are married will be able to help me in that aspect, because
Almost everybody in the box, they are married.
that's
So
why I told
this
to
is
all of
an
you,
open
elder,
question. We're discussing openly. So please feel free to
because
unmute and
I
respond.
agree. I agree with Debbie. I totally agree
Yeah.
with her, and that's what I said earlier. That if you can
it
be
cannot
sharing the
make
same
sense.
bed and share everything, then why is it that finances that we make that is,
Do
can
you
come and
understand,
go?
sir?
It's true, and I think again it's
It's
I
a,
think it's
maybe
almost
it's a
like we make it a
mindset
god.
something.
It's like we it's our attachment or link to what we feel. Maybe
I
allow we
feel
feel.
initially, sorry, Leslie. Initially, I wanted to say is it ignorance, but I think it's selfishness. It's actually selfishness, to be honest.
I think it's selfishness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it is, sha, it still have not make sense to me, because um I always look at it when, especially when I talk to people, and I always ask to see what their mindset is about money, and I'm like, if you are too attached to money this way,
Some people love money more than their own lives. It's very scary. So now they're in a marriage relationship, and the person is like, they might be good in all aspects, but when it comes to that money, it's like there's a demon in them when it comes to money. So I
there's,
get it.
because that's why I look at the question you ask me now, and I'm like, looking at it, to be honest, I have access to your food, to your water, to everything that can, even your clothes. I can spray it if I want to get to you. I don't need, for me to get into your finance, I will have to go through a lot of investigation to know how much you have. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So maybe if people think and reevaluate life, and see which is more, because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people that I've seen. No, I don't know them, but I've seen them. I've heard stories of a lot of people that have money, but their wife is suffering, their child is suffering, and it
It's
doesn't make
sad.
sense to me.
I know. It is sad, but it is true. It is
It
true.
doesn't make sense to me. Yeah,
I had
money can cause problem in marriage. At the same time, it can bring them together. It depends on who you are dealing with. But if we think about it, I don't think money should be one thing that will be causing issue.
That's why I see. I'll mention partly the ignorance bit in terms of they lack understanding. I was in a hangout before I came here, and they were, well, it's a bit different, but one thing will lead to another. They were asking, is everyone destined to be married in life or something like that? And people were giving, in fact, it was very hot discussion, and people were giving different opinions. Yes, no, this and that. And I'm like, when you don't understand certain things, abuse is inevitable. Because look, I don't know how I can express this. The word of God is there. We know God's idea of marriage, and God knows how He has created us and what influences we're going to experience here on earth and what we might decide to do or not do. And He has given us this word to guide us. Let's even go to the basic. For example, the fruit of the spirit. Debbie, do you want to tell me that is every believer, even me that I'm speaking now, I have my struggles. Everybody have their struggles. If every believer is like either this or take my life kind of a thing, they are gentle, they are kind, they are loving, they are long suffering, all of those fruits of the spirit. Imagine everybody 100% is adhering to that. Now put that in a marriage relationship. That means they have understanding of reasons they need to love, reasons they need to be gentle, reasons they need to be kind, reasons they have to suffer long in that marriage. Marriage will be beautiful. Everybody will want to get married and all of that. But we're here today. A man will come, a woman will come and say, I love you 100%, but I don't play with my money. Where do you put that?
20% is the money part.
Well, we will have to Google that. It's
Abi.
also an issue of control and dominance, partly for some people. And some people, like I think it was Leslie that mentioned their background experiences about money. Some people are maybe from a poor family, poor background. They've had to hustle for every penny they have, and somehow God helped them. They broke through, and now they're comfortable, and now they're in a marriage relationship, and they're like, I suffer for every penny I worked for. Do not come near my suffering, no. Do not come near my money. So sometimes, and it's not that they don't love God, it's not like they don't love their spouse, but that aspect of money, they lack understanding. And whatever they're bringing into that marriage regarding money management is what they know. Is it right? Of course not. Even if you tell them, you like Leslie went for courses, they will go for course, but they're like, I've heard you, but hey, don't touch my money. I love you, Tori Toro, and all of that, but don't go near my money. Some are still like that. Then what do you do? How would you handle such a person? Because you still have to put together finances to take care of the home, take care of the children, take care of expenses, bills, and all of those things. It's not balanced, is it? That's why we're talking about it. God helping all of us, really. Yeah, carry on, please. They
Oh,
should
I
pray
think,
they never get sick. Amen. Oh,
Mr.
God help
Leslie,
them.
have you not seen people that are sick but they can't bring their money out to treat themselves?
Because they've not disclosed it. So, and some
That's the
people
thing.
is when they get sick that they will even have to disclose because they don't have a choice. They now have money to go to the best hospitals, but their spouse is thinking they can't even afford it. Meanwhile, they can afford 10 best hospitals at the same time. So you rather die than to disclose that I have money, take me to where they can treat me, or So it's your choice. And I know some people who literally will be so adamant. They'll be carrying them from one general hospital or whatever, and they will not say anything just because they don't, and they might even die in the process. How do you see that? Is that balanced?
Maybe they want to use the money to buy mansion in heaven.
Well,
Or to
maybe they started spending money in heaven now that I don't know. Everything is evolving.
oh, the thing is, I think Just know who you are dealing with.
Leslie, we'll hear your story shortly. Let her finish. And I'm
Just
sure
know,
other
I would
people too.
say, I think I have a friend kind of
Okay, please.
that the husband is good to everybody,
Mm,
but her and her children.
mm,
Once he pays the house rent and buys food in the house, whether they wear clothes or any other thing that is not, how do I put it, household bill,
mm,
any other thing outside that, it's not. But he gives everybody money.
mm.
And then this man was sick. She said she was shocked when she hears the million they want to use for his treatment, and the husband brought it out.
Wow.
He brought it out
I mean,
and paid. Now, where God is now, God is, after the treatment and everything, the scene went. And at the burial, before the burial, his family are already standing on her neck to bring the all the documents. She said she don't even know where the documents are. She don't even know her husband have this one. She said it's the family that wants to take everything. I was saying, "Ah, your husband have this one. Where is the
can you
document for this
imagine?
house here? Where is the document for this house here?" You see, she said when they finally got all the she found all the documents, and she just gave it to all of them. I was like, even when he was alive, there's no point. Just take it and go. Was it painful? Yes, because that's the husband of her youth. That's who she have all her children for. That's where she has spent all her young life
Mm.
and spent years taking care of him.
Debbie, I wonder this story you told us. If it was the wife that was sick and they needed money do you think he would have brought the money out?
Oh, the wife what's it called? Had back pain because
Mm,
she was a sewist. She had
mm,
to stop sewing and use the money she got to open a shop, like a small grocery shop. She
mm.
said he can't even fill the shop for her rather, and it's not because there is no money.
Wow. Is his
And those
understanding?
kind of thing make a lot of people over careful
Yeah.
of who they want to be with.
Mm,
Sometimes I that's why I say when it comes to this finance thing, I cannot understand it. I can't understand it in the sense that it's something that whatever, when if anything happened to you, you are not taking it anywhere.
that's the thing.
You are
That's the
not
thing
taking it
that I could
anywhere.
only understand.
You can lose it within a twinkle of an eye. So, but I think, like Mr. Leslie said, sometimes it's upbringing for some people, maybe what they've been through or something like that, and they did not try to renew their mind
Yeah.
along the line.
Thank you, April.
Because the same Bible that says money is the root the love of money, it didn't say money, the love of money. That means too much of it is the root of all evil. It's the same one that says money is the particle of good things. So we need the money as well. But
Wisdom
I
is
guess our relationship with it is
mm,
what determines how we treat others because of money
mm,
and how we treat ourselves because of money. So it can either lead to trouble for some people in their marriage, and it can lead to something. It can help some couples be closer.
mm.
So depend on who you are dealing with. That's all I have to say. But you people
Thank
have not answered my
you.
question, no.
We have answered though. Thank you. Fingers are not equal, sis. Hey, you'll be amazed that some people's faith, there's an aspect of them they've not surrendered to Christ. So it's pick and choose. And as individuals, God has given us the grace to choose to be this or choose to be that. However, He would want us to choose to be this way, but how many would choose to be His way? That's the thing. So even if you ponder on this question, I'm not sure what answer you're looking for. Like I said, could be ignorance or selfishness, because selfishness is the foundation of all of those negative behaviors, negative reactions people give out, all of that. Lack of understanding, because I mean, it said, once I was blind, now I can see. When knowledge comes, when understanding comes, and is genuine in your heart, there is a renewal of something in you, and you're bound to change the way you have been behaving or the way you've been doing certain things. But until that inner voice is listened to, until you allow that change to fully take ground in your heart, you will always be the way you are. And that's just it, regardless of whatever. Marriage, some people will feel, when I'm married, I'll be better or I'll do better. And they're so excited, they're convinced about it. And then they get married, is opposite of everything they said they're doing. Was it Paul that said, the things I want to do, I don't do them. The things I don't want to do is what I find me doing. So we need grace, honestly. We need grace to do better. We need grace to manage our finances with our spouse. We need that grace. Otherwise, we will think we're doing the best, not knowing that we're actually bringing our family to financial danger, so to say. So I don't know what answer you're looking for, but that is how I will tackle that question you asked. I'll leave it there. Let me go to other people, but thank you so much for your contribution as well. I said I'll try to remember. Is it Adegbenga and Kenneth? I don't know who I mentioned first. So I'll come to, I think somebody was in that box before. I'm not sure. Who did I mention first?
Kenneth.
Okay, Elder Kenneth, Uncle Kenneth, Pastor Kenneth.
Yes. Senior Elder Kenneth.
Most senior, most
I don't know
senior
about
Elder Kenneth. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, everybody.
You're going to make us laugh again today before we go to bed.
No, please, I don't want to try that thing because I try to
No,
practice.
today's one is
up to
easy, soft. You know, we're talking
Please,
about money
please.
matters.
that.
Good evening. How are you?
Thank God. We appreciate God for life.
Yeah,
Thank God.
indeed.
Marriage and finance. You know, I didn't meet the discussion and I didn't meet your talk, but I just try to
Listening to
analyze one or
everybody.
two.
Yeah.
One of the things that I know concerning marriage is created by God for us to enjoy.
Yeah.
But when it come to finance, a lot of us, we never study our spouse, or we never look the attitude towards when it comes to finance or when it comes to money. We never look towards that aspect. And that was one of the things that is affecting many homes today, because we now find out a lot of spouses today. It can be the man, it can be the woman, greediness. They don't want to. They can live. They are one. In marriage, they are one. But when it comes to the financial aspect, the money aspect, they are not one. And that is not what God wants, and that is what is causing confusion in many homes today. I'll use where I come from, like Italy, like an example. One of the stories that they told us many years ago in Italy, the men used to maltreat the women. They are not giving the women the money. So the government now decided to put a law that even though you are working as a man, the woman will be the one in charge of the money. Why? When you want money as a man, you will go to your wife and ask for your wife to give you money, but you are the one.
Is that a story or real life?
Yes, it's still in existence in Italy. That is what.
Wow.
Till tomorrow. That is
woman
what.
of people said, wow.
That is what they are doing in Italy up to tomorrow. The women are the one responsible for the money, while the men will come and ask. So, and it's working for them.
Really?
Yes, it's working for them.
And they're not fighting?
They are not fighting. It's still
I wonder
working.
the level of rate of divorce, so I'm curious
Yeah.
now.
That no, of which even the Italian government they come out to plead that they should begin to recreate, because they are not, because of that a lot of men are not getting married because of because they feel that the women are the one. the women are the one only in the when they come to finance and when they come to money.
Calling the
So and
shot.
that the truth of the matter, a lot of even we black today is affecting us
Sorry, Kenneth.
because
Woman of
yeah,
Purpose says she's moving to Italy now.
yeah. No, that is that is what they do. Because many years ago, the women they never have that
No, that's where they will see babies.
opportunity. Well, because by then, that then it's not like now that the women and the men have the opportunity to work. It's only the men that is working by then. So they were enslaving the women. So the government now decided to put a law that the women will be the one only the money, while the men be the one doing the working, and it's helping them till tomorrow, and it's helping them. But we black, when it come to our own, but so after they got married, the woman will say, "Oh, my money is my money. Your money is your money." They forget that they are one. He said, "Two shall become one." But when it comes to financial aspect, it's not like that. Your money is your money, while my money is my money, and by so doing, no progress, no love, no trust anymore. Because since you cannot trust me as your husband or as your wife with your finance, that means you are just pretending that we are married, but we are not one. Because if we say we are one, we are supposed to be one in everything,
Yeah.
including the finance that is coming, the money that is coming into the on. Everybody must be aware, and we must know how we are using it and where it's coming from, and we know how we say, okay, this is for the rent, this is for the bill, and this is for the maintenance of the children, and this is for savings. But when it comes to marriage, it's not like that for a lot of home. That is why today we see it separation, fighting, and divorce everywhere, because we are not doing what we are supposed to do. Yes, I love you, I married you, but when it comes to finance, I did something. You are hiding something from me that I didn't even know what the amount of money that you are receiving in your pay slip. I didn't know your pay slip, and it's happening till tomorrow. Some wives and some men, they don't know the amount, the
Your
weekly
spouse is
wages or
earning.
of
Yeah.
the spouse. They don't know. They don't have idea of the amount that the husband, the income. They don't have idea. They only know that my husband is a banker or is a lawyer, but the money that is
How much is
receiving, the money that is
banking in?
coming,
They don't know.
they don't know. And those are it's about it's of a truth. It's not supposed to be like that. You say you are married. You are supposed to know how your spouse, the money that is receiving, and how he's using it. Okay, some will just say, okay, I'll be the one in charge of the rent, while you be in charge of the bill. Then the rest of it, we do it together. Is that the marriage that God created for us to enjoy? No. God created this marriage for us to be transparent in every aspect of our life. So long we call ourselves one, unless you are single or unless you are dating. Yes, that is why I come to it. That it's good for you to understand and to know the person that you want to get married to. Not that at the end of the day you begin to regret, why did I get married to this person? Why? Because you don't know the other aspect of her or he. Because you believe that I love you. At the end of the day, you find out that he's hiding his own, and he wants you to be spending while he's using his own for other projects and for other things. That is not right. It's good for us to open up to each other as husband and wife or as a spouse, so that everything will be easy for us. If it's 1 naira, if it's 10 naira, we know how to put it down. Okay, what are we going to do with this money? Where is this going? Is it for saving, or are we going to keep this for the future of the children? By so doing, we begin to build that trust and that love and that happy home that we want to see here on earth. Because when this thing called finance has separate a lot of and a lot of family today, whereby because of greed. For me, I call it greed. because of greed, you don't make your own to be at peace anymore. The moment it's time for you to receive or for them to pay, your character will just change. What you've not been seeing fault before, now you start seeing fault. You didn't do this way, so that you cause confusion. Then the moment you finish the money, squander the money, then now you now come back again. Then the moment you want to receive again, your character change again.
When you're not ameba, what do they call that?
Yeah, and you say, okay, you say this person is your bone of your bone or your flesh of your flesh, and you say yes, it's my wife or it's my husband.
Money matters.
But when they come to the financial aspect, it's not your wife or it's not your husband. That means you didn't trust the person for onset. You are just pretending that you love, because if you say you love, you're supposed to love up to the end, up to even to your financial the money that you are receiving. You're supposed to let the person know how much is in the account and how much is coming in and how much is going out. By so doing, you are building the trust, and God will continue to help us.
Amen.
What is the second question you said?
So let me just ask the second part. What dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other?
Yeah, a big danger can arise because number one, the trust, you already break that trust, and when you break that trust, the serpent will bite, and when the serpent will start biting, it will cause confusion. There won't be peace in that home anymore. It's going to be chaos in that home. Why are going to be chaos? Because this one is you living his own life. This one is living his own, ought to fulfill his own self-righteousness. You mentioned about the fruit of the spirit. A lot of us that call ourselves believers, we always use that the fruit of the spirit, the love. We don't have that love, even to ourselves. To ourselves at times, we are so stingy to ourselves. For us to spend this money, you are the one working the money. For you to spend it on yourself, it's a problem.
Oh my goodness! Whoa, we have touched some nerves there.
It's a problem. It's a problem to ourselves. So whereby you are not doing the right thing, you are causing confusion in your own home. And at the end of it, it will lead to separation. And when it comes to separation, we all know the next thing is divorce. And when it comes to divorce, the children that God has given to you, you don't make them to see marriage. They don't believe in marriage anymore. And that is what is affecting the generation today. When you tell them about marriage, say, no, I don't want to experience what my mom or what my dad has experienced. So just leave me. I don't want to hear anything about this thing called marriage. But we pray that God will continue to help us for us to begin to build the future generation, to let them know that marriage is a beautiful thing found by God and ordained by God. Yes. By so doing, God will help always help us. That is my own conclusion. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Wow. Elder Kenneth, I mean, most senior Elder Kenneth is on fire. Debbie, I don't know where you're running to. But all the same, thank you so much, Kenneth, for your contribution. I mean, that is just the reality. This is where we find ourselves. Let us talk and reason together. We want to enjoy marriage, but yet we're not willing to put in the effort that is required, selfishness, what is it called? Compromise. We don't have tolerance. We don't have trust, integrity, breaking trust and all of that. God will help us. That's why I always say marriage is not for lily-livered people. Marriage is hard work. It's a lot of hard work. And if we put a work to it, we will definitely enjoy it as God planned for us too. So thank you so much. Elder Adegbenga, I'm coming to you. I hope you're still awake, very much awake. Good evening. I hope you're good. Elder Adegbenga, we are coming for you.
Good night.
You must be joking. You can say good night, but want to collect your money. So please support that goal. Just support that goal up there first.
The goal, I've done that.
Okay then. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Even Leslie said good night. Leslie said good night, Ke. I was wondering, maybe he's on another platform somewhere. He's saying good night to them, not us here.
What more do I have to say? With all our noble contributors,
Thank you, woman of purpose.
you understand. Good evening, everyone,
Good evening.
and thank you for having me tonight again.
Thank you for coming in tonight again. Wow.
Ah, it's a really really tough topic,
That's why we
but
dare ourselves to talk about it here so that we can enjoy our marriages better, making the necessary change. God helping us.
trust me, I'm a very terrible person financially.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. But transparency, 100. If you want to know what I do with money, but if you now want me to be, I don't know.
Managing it.
Yeah, we can have a plan. I can hand over all of the plans to my woman. You understand that? Let us work with this. All of that. Yes, me. I can be the sub when it comes to handling money. But when you give me money and it's in my pocket, if anybody comes to me and seek help and forget the money is already gone. That is my kind of nature. It's not that I'm doing anything bad, but I'm not really cautious of money. I Some people are very rigid with money.
Yeah.
They're very disciplined that, or if they tell you that this money is meant to buy salt, you see that salt is what they must buy. But for me, I can be going out and somebody meets me and say, they are having issue,
Thank you.
this and that, blah blah blah. The moment they say they are having issue, and I weigh the greater. If my need is greater than theirs or theirs is greater than mine, that is the judge for me. So
Wow.
if their need is greater than mine, okay, like I do support some families. Couple of weeks back, one particular family they are changing school for their child in Nigeria.
Okay.
And fine, I was in the know, I was in the process, I've been supporting. Now, at the final stage where they needed to pay some money and do some things, and the mother now quickly ran to me. I said, the mother had earlier sent message that she needed to talk to me. I now gave her an appointment. So when she now reached out to me at the appointment time, that this is what I said, that message you left earlier, if you had communicated your need, you would have received a suitable answer. But in between that message and you calling now, somebody who knew the essence of communication has communicated and have sent the money.
Wow.
So talking to me is not really the issue. But if you know how to communicate, if it's what I can do, I will do it. That worst case scenario would have been if the other person also calls in and the money is still with me, I might have just shared between the both of you that this is what I can afford for both of you. So that is my own understanding is also to provide to the best of my ability for the home. And I can only thank God for grace of doing that.
Thank God.
So in as much as I can keep a roof before marriage, I try as much as I don't look up to the woman. I try to look at, can I accommodate one person? That's how I view it. That, okay, if I can accommodate one person with me, a family has begun. That way we can be building, we can be saving, we can be doing every other thing inside the marriage. And I have a friend who is very good with manipulating women with money. He would be very submissive, but when he wants to cash out, he will even cash out because the lady would have trusted him that the money is coming back to her. But he is a manipulator. Whenever he has money, he will be giving the lady to keep to save. But whenever he wants to make a withdrawal, he makes huge withdrawal. And he does those withdrawal when he knows the lady has money.
Wow.
So we have different kinds of.
Oh, okay, Shima, I hear you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Thank you. Have a lovely night rest.
Oh,
Thank you. Look at that. Mark, I see you. Are you
interesting.
going
They
to
give you
stay?
need
I
some
hope you
beers, you know.
Really? What you mean? Ah, that means there'll be two husbands. We don't do that, okay? No. Ah, my apologies. I don't know where that came from. Thank you, Mark. All the same, but oh my goodness, no! If I have such a, even me, I'll run away from myself. Thank you, Kenneth.
So
Oh, sorry, Elder, please carry on.
no problem. So and another very close one that I know of. The man is never
Oh,
tenable.
I see you. Yeah.
So marriage works smooth where the both parties are coming from a loving background. You see,
Not necessarily.
uh,
Mark, I see you. Good evening.
the reason for me saying that is because anybody who has been in a terrible relationship might not fit into marriage properly.
You're digging it some more because what you're saying really is personal to me as well. So maybe I'll have to respond based on my own personal experience, which I've shared here many times, coming from a broken home and all of those. At least I'm 26 and a half years in my marriage. I can't say that for my parents. So I might beg to kind of differ, but I get you. Honestly, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
So, what are the questions for tonight?
So he just dropped off. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you. I don't even know. Let me ask you now. Okay, so should one partner handle all the finances or should both share equal responsibility? Thank you, Mark. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Have a lovely night rest.
Should both?
Should one partner handle all the money or all the finances, or should both of them share equal responsibility? Yeah, I get you. It's late.
Yeah, it's good when both of them share equal responsibility.
Okay.
Now, the reason for saying this is because it gets both of them involved in whatever decision they are making, whatever they are doing with the money. You understand? And if it is savings also, they are both in the know based on agreement. So it's good for both of them to be involved. Now, like I was saying that in my own case, I'm not financially cautious. So yes, I can easily or willingly give that up. That okay, you be in charge of for the woman to be in charge of.
What if she doesn't know how to manage finances properly? Would you just let her?
Well,
Because both of you will suffer or benefit either way.
you are right. You are very right. Everything comes from, like I said earlier, the kind of relationship
Thank you.
we've been having, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
So the moment I know that there is a weakness in the area of finance, that is a caution for me to observe.
Okay.
But it would have been good. So it's something that both parties needs to discuss and have a deliberation upon.
True.
So that in future it does not pop out to become an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to discuss about it.
Okay. Are you done with that submission? Because I have one more question for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with that submission.
So the second one, I think because it's a long one, I'll just break and ask you the second part of the second question, which is what dangers can arise when couples keep money secrets from each other?
That one is tough. Okay, let me. A lot of danger comes from it.
Okay.
Well, I would also speak from my own perspective.
Okay.
You see, many ladies are well groomed financially
Okay.
before other than men.
I
Yeah.
don't know I don't know if the men here would agree to that, but I mean, I hear you.
Like I said, from my own perspective.
Experience. Yeah, okay. Perspective, yeah. Okay.
So it could be a different situation with other guys in the house, you know. Um, the keeping money apart, me, I don't hide anything. Trust me. When I have, you will know. No, it is true. The first thing I do is I take care of my home.
Yeah.
That's first thing with me. You can see me walking with slippers on the streets. Forget, oh. It is when you come to my home, you will know that this man is really taking care of his home. It is my home that matters to me. I might not be looking really, really too sharp, but also I believe my wife should do
Yeah. Thank you.
justice. You know, that's the way I see it, and look properly after the children. These are very, very important to me. And in turn, yeah, my wife could just go out. I don't like that shirt you are putting on. No, you need to change it. You know, the way of taking care or looking after her, she's also reciprocating.
Good. Thank God.
You know, as regarding the question, it weakens the partnership. You know, and also on equal burdens, it builds trust and transparency issues. You know, in the case of an emergency, there are a lot of difficulties. I have a couple, the husband is having a terminal issue now,
Okay.
and they are looking at raising 50 million for him in Nigeria for kidney transplant. The wife clearly told him, if I am the one also in this situation, please don't bother, just look after my child.
Wow.
Because the husband was not upright with his finances and dealings. In fact, the wife will buy a car, the husband will sell it and spend the money.
Wow.
So it's a really, really complicated
Matter.
matter. And it's been on for very long, time. You know, there is a purpose for marriage. There is also a role in relationship because that is what leads to marriage. They are what a lady and a man is looking for to see. And you know, all of these things might also not be there, but ability to learn, to conform, to transform. You learn and you relearn. We are relearning, we are learning even in this process of this meeting. So it is what is helping us to have clearer understanding of a lot of things.
Thank you.
So many people need to understand this. And you know, the part of the problem is it resents and brings imbalance also. So many men, for instance, my father would rather make the community happy than his own. So in some way, he feels his home. But whenever he has money, he wants to go and do outside, not the home, which is really not encouraging.
At all.
And well, he is resting where he is today. We thank God for this thing. So, you know, finance is very, very deep.
Woman of Purpose is asking you, is that a cultural thing?
Which is okay, which one is a cultural thing? Sorry. Can she expatiate?
Woman of Purpose, can you unmute and ask, please? I want to believe that question is directed to him.
Yes, it is. It's about the dad spending for outsiders and not the family. I'm just asking because it's very common, something that I know happens.
Oh, okay, now I get you.
Yeah, I think somebody else have said that. Maybe Leslie or somebody else mentioned the same thing, really. So.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, it's not a cultural thing. It's a
Are you
misplacement
sure?
of
Saying that
priority.
now, I'm thinking to my own father as well. Or is it a cultural thing they grew up with?
No, it's not. It's a misplacement of priority.
Ah, okay.
You see, you set your priorities very straight and right. No, the same outsider you are spending on will not come and help you when you need them in your own home.
Never. Rarely, never, in fact.
So the same issue is still happening with my mom. My mom recently traveled back to Nigeria. And when she was going shopping, she was remembering a lot of people, families. And I told her, these people, have they for once even pick up their phone to say, hello, how are you there? Yet, you are taking my money to them. I said, well, me, I'm only doing this one because you are my mother
Yeah.
and I want your happiness. But them, they have no access to this. So the cultural thing is like they see put unnecessary burden upon themselves. Because the same people you are running for, this okay, one of them, my mom helped to secure job all through his life until he retired. He has never for one day brought anything to say, this is a 3 liter vegetable oil or
Help me
oil
manage
just
it.
for you to benefit from what I did. Yet they are still relying on my mom being the elder sister at her old age.
Oh, wow.
So it's really not cultural.
Okay. Maybe it's the 40s then. Maybe it's the 40s then. Those people born in the 1940s. Maybe
Okay,
there was something
let's
in
me
the
also raise something about it.
air. What did you
Getting validation for okay, they're getting appraisal from the village people.
people pleasing behavior?
They
Well,
will
okay,
all be
maybe
all
it's a
right.
behavioral problem.
It
Maybe.
is really unnecessary burden they are placing on themselves.
Mm,
So that's what we met them doing. So most times, okay, in my parents' case, my mom is the one taking care of the home. And I think that also encouraged my dad to be living a flamboyant lifestyle. My mom never complained. She's fine taking care of the home, even till the old age.
mm,
So that was no concern, that was no issue for her.
wow.
But while I was growing up, it is what I see.
Mm,
And I know it's not right.
mm.
Because it really, really made my dad
Thank you for the likes. Thank you.
just to be not responsible for him for the family.
Yeah. I see you, Sarah.
So thank you. That would be my submission.
Okay, thank you. I think all the fathers born in the 1940s ish, they need some sort of therapeutic intervention, maybe, because you're not the first person saying that. And I want to believe as well, maybe your dad, 70, I mean, the 40s, kind of, because honestly
Yeah, it
speaking,
was 1940.
so it is well. Maybe it was the air they were breathing in that time that messed up with them. I don't know. So when a woman of purpose asked cultural thing, I actually thought about it for a second. Could it be a cultural thing? Because I mean that attitude, they would have seen it somewhere and they've adopted it and they lived it, or they are living it, or they lived it. Some of them are passed on. So, and again, when you were talking, Adebenga, you remember what I said, that I beg to differ in a way. You have just even said it yourself. The fact that your father lived that life, you chose not to live that life. You chose to live differently. And that's why you say your family comes first. Because you saw that this thing is not right. When I have a family of my own someday, I'll make sure I put my family first before the outsiders. So we're hoping and praying that because we have corrected that and we're living it, we're passing that goodness to our children so they keep passing that on. Because even as we're talking, you are saying, oh, your family comes first and da da da. Some people live with those men in their 40s and they saw that and they've taken that, even doubled it, like, money comes in like this, is party, is everybody outside. They don't even think of inside. As long as there's a woman in the house, they feel the house will be okay. And some have changed their ways, some are stuck in it as well. And imagine that's what they're passing on to their own next generation. So where does it end really? You and I have to sit and think, reflect about it. Have I learned all the goodness of marriage from my parents? Or are there things that didn't sit well with me? What am I doing to changing that whilst I'm in a marriage relationship as well? So these are things we need to reflect on. We want to enjoy the goodness of marriage. We saw how they lived it. They didn't really enjoy it. Do we want to follow suit? Or do we want to change the narrative, do the needful, God helping us so we can enjoy our own marriage and then pass that on to the next generation? We need grace. We need grace. God helping us. So thank you, Elder Adegbenga, for your contribution. Woman of Purpose, I think you're the only one left in my box. So we want to hear from you. At least you've patiently waited for everyone
Patiently, I'm telling you. I went to bed. I even woke up. I woke up and I was like, I forgot I'm supposed to
We're
be
talking.
somewhere.
Oh, wow. Thank
And even
you.
now I'm feeling sleepy again.
Oh,
But
it's
anyway,
your turn now. So please, wake
it's
up.
my turn.
Wakey.
I mean, it's a very interesting topic because I was just been thinking as everyone has been talking, and like like I said about that cultural thing, is because I saw it so much. I remember when families used to come to my house and speak to my grandparents about issues. That was it. It was like, the man don't give me no money, the man don't do this, the man don't do. And I think, you know what, subconsciously, I think I took that thing on because I saw it around me so much that
Yeah.
I think even for me, I've always been financially like independent because I was like, boy, I don't want that to ever happen to me, because I saw these women around me struggling to, their marriages, but they are struggling to, keep the kids going, the uniform. Don't get me wrong, the man was paying for the, the rent and stuff like that, but other things, it's more than just rent.
Yeah, it is more. I know it's a
A
bulky bit.
roof over your head.
Yeah.
It's things that goes into it and the day-to-day running, So I think, recently I've been reevaluating things, and I think, yeah, definitely, I think I've carried that thing on. And I always say to myself, God is my Jehovah Jireh. He always provides for me. He always keeps me going. And I think, when I was married, I remember that my husband, he was doing some other stuff. So I was like, you know what, my job is better than yours. I'm getting more money. So let me just continue taking care of the financial stuff so that you can also gather your money to do the things that you need to do to get yourself and us eventually out of that financial issue that he was dealing with. Because it's I feel like when you're in a marriage, everything that happens to the other person also happens to you.
Of course.
So you put your resources together. So I think that question about, you said, should it be just one person? It all depends on what works for you. I have seen marriages where, maybe the husband works, and the wife is very good at managing the money. He comes home and he's happy to, end of the month, here, this is how much I get, and she knows, and if he gets a little increase, it's good. And if he, sometimes he'll say, oh, I need to do extra work because I'm, let's try and let me get extra shifts so that we can manage. And it works for them because they speak, they talk, they communicate, they have a plan together. And I think that's the thing. The key is being transparent, honest, and open about things, because then the person doesn't get shocked later on when they find out that, oh, you've been holding out on them. So I think definitely, you have to be transparent. And I think I've always been transparent about, my money and things like that. But because I think also because I'm just a giver anyway. So, I mean, there's no way I can hide and say I don't have money, because I have money, because I'll be going out shopping for everybody. And with me, I'm just like, everybody. If I'm shopping, it's not just for me. I'll shop for him. I'll shop for the kids. I'll shop for everybody. That's just me. I'm that kind of person. So it would be very hard for me to pretend. For him, I'll shop for the kids. I'll shop for everybody. That's just me. I'm that kind of person. So yeah. So it'd be hard to kind of lie, about that. And I just feel like, when you are open about your finances, it does help, so that when issues arise, the other person is also can be on board with you and help you along. But yeah, if you don't disclose what's going on, and they feel like sometimes you're holding back, or maybe whatever the reason is for holding back, because sometimes I think certain times you might be with somebody who financially, I would say, mismanage money, and you might feel like, what, how can I trust this person with this money, when I know if I give it to them, they're going to use it unwisely. So sometimes you have to have conversations about these things and be like, what, I just feel like, what, I'm better looking after the money in that sense.
Yeah.
And come to a compromise. I know somebody might not be happy with the decision, but I think it's for the greater good of the family, and you're proving to them that, what, you are managing the money and you're not spending it. I think, if in the end you're financially stable as a couple, what's wrong with that? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I would also say that, me and my husband, we used to have like a joint account, so because I always feel like, if even if somebody is bringing all the money in, the other person also needs to have some money. It shouldn't be like every time I need to buy pads or something, I have to come and ask you, or if I need to buy, like, come on, that other person too has to have some kind of money set aside that they can use. And I think even if the person is giving you money for that, be transparent about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and be grateful about, oh, thank you, darling. You gave that money you gave me, I spent it on this, and then I think that helps the relationship because everybody is on the same page. So definitely, I mean, I think when is as a couple, you have to discuss these things, preferably before you get married, because you don't want to discover that the person that you decide to spend the rest of your life with doesn't handle money well, and has got loads of debts and doesn't want to do anything about it, but just keep overspending, and then
It can bring a lot of struggles. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the other question you asked, yes, of course, it brings a lot of conflict, bitterness, all the negative emotions you don't want in a marriage is gonna fester those things because if you're not being transparent about things and you're keeping things and that person finds out, they'll be like, and it was gonna break your trust down. It's gonna definitely break your trust, and before you know it, your relationship is gonna be going downhill because if you can't trust me with your money, like Debbie was saying, but yeah, you can trust me with everything else in your life. What are you trying to say about me? Or what are you saying about our relationship?
Yeah.
And I think that's the things that people have to reflect on these things, and as long as you keep talking and you keep, because there are going to be times where you're going to disagree, because sometimes you'd be like, oh, this money coming, one person say, we should use it for this, the other person say, no, we should use it for this.
I know.
But you should
And
be
then it
able to,
becomes a big
yeah,
thing.
you should be able to bring your ideas forward. And I feel like, if your husband is a considerate person, he's going to, and you've proven to be a wise woman in the sense that you've given him advice in the past and it's worked. I mean, I would think, you should take some of the advice the woman is giving to you, and the other way around as well. If your husband happens to be, some really financial good genius that says, babe, let's invest in this thing, and you've seen him do it, why not invest in it and take a chance? But you always have to be cautious because anything in life, I feel like, we have to use wisdom. We can't just, go into things blindly. And I think in terms of marriage, yes, talk about these things. And I know sometimes people hide. They will hide things. They're not gonna tell you. And you can't demand you can't demand to see what debts have you got before we tie this now. I want to see what debts have you. They're not gonna tell you, But as long as everyone takes responsibility and accountability that yes, you've got your own financial things, needs, and I've got my own financial, but yet we come together. So let's work together to, cut down the debts and build assets so that we can all live a better life. So I think what, you're gonna win. It's a win-win situation when you do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way, you're gonna cause problem and your relationship is not gonna last. So, words to a wise, do it properly.
Indeed. Okay, thank you, woman of purpose. Like you heard, do it wisely. Talk. Effective talk about financial management. It goes a long way. Just like we were saying about the statistics, that one of the things that breaks up a marriage is finance. So we cannot avoid talking about it. We cannot be in denial and say, oh, we're good, and all of that. No. Now, when problem arises, everybody start pointing fingers. Your fault. It's not my fault, that fault. So best talk about things. You don't have to wait until there's a major financial issue before you even talk about finances. When you have excess, talk about a plan. When you have barely any, talk about a plan. Whichever situation, you cannot avoid talking about money management in marriage. More so, two people from different backgrounds coming together to have a home, to be one. And God will help us because it's not easy. But the fact that this issue can actually break up a marriage, is that what God intended? No. Like I said, when God created the marriage institution, there was nothing called money. Adam and Eve were living life. And you and I know, as the world is evolving, even maybe, who knows, in some decades to come, if this world still exists, We might not even be talking money as in money. God knows what we'll be talking about. What
No,
will be
crypto. We're talking crypto.
Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe crypto will be overtaken by something else. Who knows? So, but whichever way, I mean, when we get there, we'll cross that, I guess. But at least we know that finance, it plays a huge role in maintaining a healthy relationship with one spouse. So we need to put the hard work to it. That's why I'm like, this is a space for us. We talk about almost everything here. Let's not be in denial of anything so that we can have good sleep. You don't want to be stressed going to sleep. You don't want to be anxious going to sleep because, hey, you haven't disclosed this, or you haven't talked about this, or you haven't done. So please let us do the needful. That's why I'm beginning to add prayer to my talk now, because we need God's grace to do things right. Sometimes we want to do good by our spouses, but there's just this thing like Paul say, I want to do good, but I just find me doing evil, kind of. But God's grace is more than sufficient to us all. That's my prayer. And I'm technically rounding up for tonight. But we have 11 more minutes. So I'm going to throw my puzzle out. We're talking about money. Money matters, finances, and all. So you guys will laugh when you see my tongue twister for today. So let's see our takers before we go. Kenneth, do not drop off. Please, Susan, who is saying good night? There's no nights anything, no. Please do not. This one is not puzzled. I'm asking question. This one, just read what you have in front of you as fast as possible without blabbing. That's all. That's why I'm bringing this so that as many people can try and as many people can get the gifts. That's all it is. And hopefully someday soon I might even increase that gift. But you people, you are not gingering me to increase the gift. So that's why. Money is a ruthless master and a reluctant servant. Leslie, you will confuse them with my puzzle. Oh. My own puzzle is money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. That's what I need you to do 3 times without blabbing and as fast as possible. So, anybody that is ready, please unmute. Let us hear you so that at least, Leslie is laughing. It's good. You started practicing. You're not in the kitchen. You started practicing. So let me give us a minute or two to practice. And let's see who's going to attempt this first. Let's see who the first winner is going to be. Please let us keep this so that, anyway, don't worry, I'll keep pasting it as long as it's on there. So let's see who our first taker is. Susan, I think I want to start with you because you always seem to go quiet. This person is serious. We're talking about money matters. So let's go there. Susanna, open your mic.
Money matters most when marriage early. Money matters. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage money. Oh Lord, please. I'm tired now.
Nice attempt. I'll just give you one ice cream. That's all. Nah, I can feel that you're like 60% asleep or awake. I'm not sure which one now. Yeah, so that say I didn't encourage you. Thank you. Well done. It's too late in the day for money matters, but we've been talking money matters since. Let me post it. As long as I still have it there, I'm gonna post it. Just 3 times without blabbing and as fast as possible. Who's that? Debbie. Oh yeah. Come on, Debbie. You can do this.
Oh wow. She said I can do it.
Yes. I have faith.
Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully.
Yay! Even though you get K-leg, but well done.
It's the network that have the K-leg, it's not me.
I hear you. Don't go there. If not, I'll take my ice cream back. Elder Kenneth is just laughing. I can sense him laughing, even though his mic is not on. Elder Digbenga, good evening. Oh yeah, our puzzle. At least the other time you came late. Now you're here, so come and do this puzzle.
I'm
Show
not
them
here.
how
I'm
to do
sleeping.
it. Eh? That wasn't the puzzle now. What is Leslie saying? My mouth is tongue twisted. Ask for grace to be untwisted. Yeah, Elder Adegbenga, come on, let's do this.
Oh, where's the puzzle?
It's on the screen. 3 times without blabbing and fast as possible.
Okay. One, a two, a three, and go. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Hey, oh, dry Abby. Okay, now let me be serious. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully.
Hey! That's what I'm talking about. I know glitches here and there, but where did you keep this one that you are saying you're yawning? Okay, let's find your ice cream for you.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
Donut. Don't finish it all at once. Thank you. Leslie, see Elder, I've done it. So you don't have an excuse. Oh yeah, please open your mic. Thank you. Before we go to sleep. Yeah? Debbie, what did you say? Woman of Purpose, I know you're still there. Or you want Leslie's ready.
I don't know how to do this one though. Because my mouth is just not it's just
Let
not
me help you
giving.
post it again.
I'm trying this one. This one,
Come
okay, I
on.
just attempt it.
As fast
Okay.
as possible. Come on.
Money matters most when marriage. Money matters most when marriage. Money matters most when marriage manages money meaningfully. Money matters most when marriage. Money matters most when marriage. Okay, I think that's me. I'm just gonna find it hard to do
I
it.
don't know whether to laugh or to clap for you, but let's just try it. Okay, I'll give you 2 ice creams, no donut. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Well done. Who else is Kenneth? Most senior elder Kenneth.
You want to laugh? You want to laugh me again?
No. It's just that you make me laugh, and I want to laugh very well before I go to sleep.
Please, not this night.
Please, you see, I've not even spoken now. I'm laughing already.
Not this night because I've started practicing it, but
Okay, your mic is open now. You might as well just try, Let me post it for you again, I'm sure it's gone up the comment. So there you go.
money matter most when marriage meaningful. Meaningful. Money matter when most marriage matter meaningful. Money matter most when marriage manage money meaningful. Money matters most marriage when marriage manage money meaningful.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
I said it too.
Yeah, in fact, for the fact that you even attempted the thing, let's find you something. Let me see. Oh
In
my
fact,
goodness.
clap for me.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Most senior elder Kenneth.
You know this is good. It's good because I start practicing say this fast.
Thank you. I see. Don't worry. Maybe next time it will be easier because I don't want to bring that puzzle. Everybody will be racking their head. So this one, anybody can try it. I think MS are in an ish for me. I don't understand you, Leslie. What are you saying?
No, I'm saying that the M's, saying the M's I find
Of
them a bit
course,
funny
that's why
for
you call
me. I
it a
don't know
tongue
why.
twister. Yeah. In fact, there was
But
one
this
other
end
one.
one
Even me, I struggle.
is
I
hard
said
for me.
no.
Sorry. It's just not connected. Don't know why.
I think you were just money matters most. You kept stopping money. And we know that it matters most. Finish the thing now. I'm like, seriously, but thank you, everybody. Thank you. Nice attempt all round. Thank you all so much. Honestly, it's only God that can reward you for the love, for the support, for the encouragement on this platform. I really, really appreciate every single one of you. You know that. Thank you so much. I know tomorrow is Friday. We're nearly there. I wish us a good, wonderful weekend. Please look after yourself as much
Sorry,
as
hostess.
possible. Yes.
Sorry, hostess. Before you go, I
Yeah.
just wanted to just throw a little bit of an encouragement for this money in marriage. Our very first major breakthrough financially, it came through a prayer time, and it came as a miracle. And I just wanted to encourage people that God helps His people, and He can help anybody when it with money included. Just to encourage anybody that God does help. And I remember our very first, and it happened in 2009.
Okay.
And I never forget that it came through a scripture, and it was our first financial miracle. So God does help. He does help, but you can
Absolutely.
learn. That's why I just want to encourage anybody out there so they don't feel like, oh, I've made mistake financial, I've done this, done that. Let me tell you, God can give you a breakthrough that will start you off.
Amen.
Yeah. So just to encourage anybody out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. There's no point me saying anything because you've just actually said it. So thank you so much. That's why I said now I'm beginning to add prayer points to my talk. So I don't know if you were here when I was giving the talk. I said some prayers about finances, managing it. We need wisdom, God helping us, so that the spirit of selfishness will not be upon us. And as many that are going into business venture, I pray according to God's will for you, actually, because we don't want a blessing that will bring sorrow as well, that God will guide you, the businesses that will bring peace your way, the Lord will bring your way. That is my prayer for everyone. And above all, I pray for every marriage out there struggling in their finances, that the Lord will open their eyes to see the steps they need to take, and the grace to take in those steps will be given unto them, because sometimes we struggle with these things, because sometimes we logically reason things, and sometimes maybe other undertone issues going on in the marriage, and now we're bringing it into the finance area, which shouldn't be. But whichever way, please, let's continue to seek God for guidance. Anything too much, too big for you to carry, for both of you to carry, take it to the Lord in prayer and pray about it. God is ever ready. It's just that when He's guiding us, we're busy doing our thing. So another prayer point is that, Father, help me to hear your leading when it comes to our finances, when it comes to your finances, because it's very important. God can lead you to a particular person who would say something that will give you that financial breakthrough. But when you're not listening to His leading, you might miss that opportunity. So my prayer is that God will help us in our finances, in all our marriages, by His grace, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you so much, Leslie, for putting that out there. Thank you so much. And to everyone for their contributions tonight. Sheung, who's dropped off. Debbie, thank you. Woman of Purpose. Leslie, again, I say thank you. Elder, most senior elder. We've given you title now. Most senior elder Adegbenga. We thank you. Oh, sorry. I'm giving your title to
That's the
somebody.
title
No.
for Elder Kenneth.
I call it by his most senior elder Kenneth. Thank you. Elder Adegbenga. Thank you. A13 Gracias. Thank you so much. God bless you. Madam Susan, thank you. I know, in fact, probably she's even slept off now, but thank you so much. I love, and appreciate every single one of you. Till I come your way again on Monday, by the grace of God, talking about individual topics, issues of life. I pray that the Lord will continue to keep us and watch over us and continue to bless all our marriages in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you all. Oh, who was that? Who did that? Oh, Elder Adegbenga, thank you. Thank you all. We took it up. Yeah, we didn't reach 200K, but it's okay. It's all well and good. Thank you for tapping as well. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back on Monday, 8 p.m. UK time on Insight with FunmiRoyal. Thank you so much. And I think you can always find to subscribe. Please feel free to do that or not. But please, it will be appreciated. Good night, everyone. God bless you.
Future and life.
Thank you, everybody.
Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world.
Good night, Debbie. At least TikTok did not throw me too much out. Thank you, Susan, Leslie. Thank you, Woman of Purpose. Enjoy your sleep, guys. Thank you. Good night, everybody.